All right, welcome back, guys, to the third installment of the Flight Room podcast. Myself, Keys, here with my boy Al, here with my boy C-Mo, Reds, Lighthouse, PNHD, and I got a special shout out to my man in the top right corner for however the layout is today. That top right corner. Happy birthday shout out to my man. What's up, man?
How you doing today, bro?
You good?
I'm Gucci. I'm out here. I'm an old man, bro.
Oh, we ain't gonna get it to your birthday, but what you sipping on?
Well, I got this Henny and pineapple right now, taking care of me.
Pineapple. Oh. All right.
So how the birthday though with the quarantine and all that shit? Like
man, that's crazy. I was thinking that could be a whole topic, but it's just different. Really, like I'm not big on everything else, but I'm really big on birthday celebrations. So you know, me just being in the house. I mean, my wifey trying to make it special, so she ordered some hibachi, and we ate some filet mignon and all that, which is good.
That's what's up. Hey, that's not bad,
yo. But I'd rather be overseas somewhere for real.
I heard that. All good. What was the last trip you took before all this?
Oh, that's one of the topics, man.
Oh, it is too. My bad. Actually, a good segue.
Y'all want to get into that?
Yeah, let's jump in. Go right on into that.
So let's jump in. So this is special for me, right? So it was one day in January. No, February actually. It was real close to COVID. It was February, and we had like bad weather. We had like rain like 7 straight days. And me and my pops was texting each other. We was like, man, this is bad. Like, we ain't even able to go outside and, enjoy ourselves. And we said, let's just, let's hop on the plane and let's just go to Florida. So we ended up going to, what was it? Daytona. It was like 90 degrees all 3 days. So that was special for me because I never really do that with my pops. I usually do that with like a friend or my brother or something. But that was my last trip, so that was real special.
All right, big money, dang. I know those pops trips are like special though. Like I did that in Vegas one time with my pops. It was crazy too.
Yeah.
See another side, you know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Yeah.
You matter of fact, Phil, you go ahead.
My last trip, before I came in Colorado, I'm in Colorado now, but right before this, I went to New York and I was there for like just 2 days chilling, man. Y'all know Primo, my man Primo. He was getting some stuff together for Shakur Stevenson. He was about to have this boxing match at Madison Square Garden. It was right before COVID too, right before they shut down everything. So it was cool, man. But I miss just the freedom of being able to enjoy fresh air, man. Just the little things now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even know
I
what
appreciate
the trip was. I think it was like October, so that shit don't even count. I know I was looking forward to some shit, but
yeah, man.
Yeah, everybody.
We was in the middle of trying to plan the fucking guys.
Exactly.
Right in the middle of trying to plan that shit.
I had a trip set for the birthday. I was going to be in Vegas. Just to get my feet wet a little bit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, my only trips right now is up and down 495. That's about it.
To the liquor store.
So like, say they lift this shit like Virginia shit said like June. That's the only like region in the area that has like something in writing that's saying like we gonna look like mid-June. So say they do that in mid-June. Like, what's the first thing you're gonna do? Like locally, or you're gonna make a trip, or what's something like you chomping at the bit at?
I'm trying to go get a motherfucking steak dinner or some shit. I'm dying to go sit down somewhere to eat.
Right.
That's my shit. I need
I
a steak
feel that
dinner
too.
at the Palms or some shit.
Yeah.
And then we can
Good
travel
dinner.
later after that. I'm a fat boy.
I would fuck with that. Go like Hooters or
I
something.
would say go out to get something to eat because that's something that I do weekly. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like we always come Friday, Saturday, sometime during the weekend. Normally eat out once or twice a weekend. So not having to do that is that's probably be the first thing I do.
Mm-hmm.
Cheesecake Factory or some shit. I don't know.
Man, they about to shut down, man.
So y'all just talking about just going to a restaurant, or y'all talking about like, you know,
First thing.
like a some sort of entertainment? You know what I'm saying? Like a like I don't know, like going. You know what I'm saying? Like going out of town. Y'all just talking about something simple like locally.
Whatever.
Man, anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they be making it seem like going to the beach is dangerous, but that's probably the first thing I want to do especially if they drop that shit when the weather's good. That's probably the first thing I'm gonna do. Probably go up to either Rehoboth or some shit like that. Just it's not that far away, so that'd probably be the first thing I do. And you ain't gotta be as close to people at the beach. I think Rehoboth kind of like a chill beach. You know what I'm saying? That shit like. You got like even before all this, you can find a little spot on the beach and you ain't really that close to anybody. So that'd probably be the first thing I do.
Yeah.
I forgot about the gym too. Yeah, I'll probably go to the gym.
I don't know. I might get the gym a little time.
Yeah.
Not just because I'm lazy, but you know what I'm saying. You can put anything in that gym.
Hey, real talk. Dad bods are in. You could show out if you want.
Yeah.
That shit been in.
I got
Yeah,
this
that's totally
over
in.
here.
It don't depend on, it don't depend on how this weather looking, man. If this weather's still like this, I mean, I know we got 70-degree days coming up, but if this weather's still like this, I might have to go. I might have to hop on a plane, and we might have to go to Florida for a quick little vacation. And as Margaret said, hitting the beach, but at the same time, still respecting that little social distancing and trying to stay away from people, but at the same time, being under some good weather.
Yeah.
Plane right now. I'm still scared about a plane, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Plane is the tough part.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing. The plane.
That's the worst part.
Is a little iffy. Even
That's
when
the
they
only place where they don't do social distancing.
Right.
Yep.
You can't do social distancing.
And it's just floating around in the air. It's literally just being pushed around in that cabin.
Yeah, I think I take that back now. I don't think I'm going
Sound like y'all chartered in a flight.
Nah, real talk, man. It's nasty.
Take that car trip, man. Take that car trip.
Yeah, just take that contract.
No. I remember last time we drove to Florida. I know it was on a bus, but I ain't driving.
That was
that was literally the last time I ever drove.
I ain't doing that no more.
I'm scarred from that still.
I was hyped for that joint, though. Everybody was hyped for that joint. All the excitement left by the time we got to North Carolina. This joint, we still in this motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Corey,
that was a rough trip.
you stayed with the SoCo. Remember the SoCo back then?
SoCo and
Yeah. Stay with that joint.
Yeah,
Dang.
the SoCo all day.
Yeah, I used to punish them joints.
Southern
On deck.
plastic.
Cocoa and lime.
Yeah, I'm surprised that bus didn't get pulled over. You know that bus driver was mad as shit at everybody. And shit.
Yo, that bus driver was getting cussed out at.
We did that shit twice.
That was the most ghettoest shit ever. It was fun as hell though. It was fun.
It was.
The second time we bossed up. Second time we had whips. We had the house. We was doing it. Yeah.
I forgot about that first time when somebody was smoking in the back of the bus.
They smoked the whole trip. The whole trip they smoked.
Y'all left me by myself too. I was the only one in the back of the bus with the motherfuckers.
Was in the back on the way back. Remember, because they didn't have a seat. They didn't have enough seats on the way back.
Wait,
that was terrible.
How did that happen?
I don't even know.
Did somebody have a baby or something down there?
Remember we was getting on. We was like at that hotel, so we was getting on the bus. They didn't have any more seats.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened with. That's what happened with sometimes when unorganized people playing something.
So that's what it was. Yeah.
Because we thought that whole trip was supposed to be like that. That was supposed to be the spring break trip, the BET was it
Spring Bling.
Spring Bling, yeah.
The niggas had like fake tickets and shit.
Right, exactly.
That
was so.
cool, bro. That shit
It was cold too out there.
A bad comedy.
Hell yeah.
That shit was a badass comedy.
Yeah.
But they said like
the
the heat might like help with the virus. Like it might kill off the virus.
Yeah. What y'all think about it? Y'all think it's any truth to that? Like 80, I think it's like 80 degrees and up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I
just want
because they.
I just want to make sure we have a summer though, young. If we don't have a summer, I'm gonna be blown.
Yeah, that's
what gotta have a summer at the minimum, young. Like,
yeah, man.
Gotta have
that's real talk though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if it's anything similar to the strain, especially a strain of the flu like thrives in the cold too. So it's weird because when you think of germs and stuff, you think that, you know, heat actually helps with germs and bacteria and stuff like that. But the flu and some strains of that shit is just different, man. That shit operate different.
Yeah.
So I mean, it might be some truth to it. I don't say 100% for nothing for real, because I feel like we know maybe like 40% of anything true.
These experts don't know shit either.
No,
They guessing at everything.
And why do they have like one guy like speak for everybody?
You talking about Fauci? You talking about Dr. Fauci?
Why that like where in like any other like organization or industry where you just have one guy speak for everything?
True. Well, only in government, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's because he a talking head. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are we? I don't know.
He's supposed to be like the leading doctor in like fucking infectious diseases or some shit for the season.
Yeah. But it's all coming from one person, not like a
right. But at least I would say he's knowledgeable. I ain't checked up on the shit, but I would expect him to be knowledgeable.
I mean, you can be knowledgeable, but you can still like
not know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can direct certain beliefs just because you think something, but you
he might not even really be in the field no more. He just signing off on shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
dictating shit. You never know.
Let's move on to what was it? Your biggest crush when you was growing up?
Oh yeah, that should be interesting.
Right, so my question on that, what do you mean when you say growing up? You mean before puberty or after puberty? Because that's two different things. It is.
It's two.
No, that's two different things.
I mean,
what y'all mean? I'm serious though. What y'all mean? Like, what do you mean by that?
I would say just teenage years in general, right? I mean, what you thinking, Al? Teenage years in general?
I mean, I guess whichever one is the biggest one for you. Like, for real. I mean, like, because some like your biggest crush when you was 12 years old, 10 years old, and they still stayed with it. They still stays true. I mean, like, whichever one works for you.
How many y'all got?
For me, I got two.
Got like a top three?
I got two.
For me, I got two, yo. I
go with two.
I'm going Fancy from Jamie Foxx.
I knew somebody was gonna say that, but
Garcelle. I don't know her real name. I don't know her
Garcelle Bovis.
Yes, Garcelle Bovis. And then I'm going with a hometown hero for me, man. Maya Marie.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Maya Marie Harrison.
She with the Rose. She with the Rose.
Maya definitely up there.
Mine was Vita Guerrero and Christina Milian.
Christina. Christina still get looks, man. That was
like the beginning of like
she was on mine too.
She's like a timeless crush. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
She is still
that's a local
test of time.
Yeah, she's from Waldorf. She's from Waldorf.
Wow.
And I'm gonna go with Ananda Lewis.
Wow, that was my bonus. That's a good one.
Ananda
Lewis,
man. Peace Summit, and then Sanaa Lathan from when she was in Love and
Basketball. Hold on, who's Ananda? Who's that? Who's Ananda?
She used to be a VJ for like TRL, MTV.
She was on Teen Summit.
So high.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. all that MTV and all that shit.
Man, well, shoot, I'll give y'all my 3 then. I had Melissa Ford. That's when I was coming around.
Melissa.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh God, when she first dropped too. I'm talking about like Jadakiss video, Melissa Ford.
The knock yourself out jump.
Oh God, yeah. Aaliyah.
Oh man, Leah was another one. Yeah.
Maya was my bonus though. She's still lovely.
I feel like my girl's like older.
Huh?
You got?
Oh, your
This
joke.
nigga said like
Mine was
after college
Nia
started
Long.
this shit. You said Nia Long?
Nia Long,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Megan Good.
Oh,
Megan Good was like, she was like our age at that time, so she was like growing while we were growing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's a good one. That's a good one. They was both in Friday too.
Yeah, that's funny, y'all. You're right.
She was in Cousin Steve.
Go ahead, Randall.
My list long as fuck.
I know this is hard. This is a hard
It's a
topic.
lot. Oh yeah,
And I got more, but I just went.
I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't.
Got some honorable mentions.
Maybe like
Yeah, that's definitely.
Stacey Dash, like the Mo Money version. Of
Stacey.
Yeah, Stacey definitely up. That's a
Good
good
day.
one.
Good day.
I had her on there.
You remember that magazine cover where Trina was in? I think it was like King magazine. You remember like them booty magazines back in the day?
Yeah.
Black men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That joint, like, what was that?
Oh yeah, it was Black Men Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they knew who they was trying to target.
Yeah.
Black men. Like,
She was on
They
the
just had voluptuous women in there.
That joint's like tattooed in my brain. That magazine cover. And last jump, this is an odd jump, but the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, not the
Sarah Michelle Gellar or some shit like that.
not that one.
Alyssa Milano.
Oh, the girl who's in True Blood?
No, Clarissa explains
She's
it
in the
all, right?
Grudge.
No,
Was it Clarissa
nigga,
explains it?
now I gotta look her fucking name up.
She's in the Grudge.
Nah,
Not the new Grudge.
nah.
The show, Buffy the Vampire, the show.
But hey, but while he looking at,
Oh, I know
Wow.
who you look at.
while he looking, I had a crush
Something like that.
on what's her name? The girl from Family Matters, the one that passed the Jaleel White girlfriend, the one that was
Laura.
actually like him.
Yeah, she was
Laura.
tough
Oh
too.
no,
Laura
no,
Winslow.
Myra.
Myra, yeah, I
Oh.
used to like Myra when I was young.
Yeah.
That was before puberty. That was my before puberty joint. Like that's
Yeah, this
Yeah,
one.
that's a good one.
Oh yeah, Topanga. Oh my god.
Topanga.
Topanga. Oh,
Boy Meets
She had
World.
nice eyes.
whoa, Topanga.
I got an honorable mention since
Me too.
Randall talked about the Black Men joint. I seen Ashanti in one of them videos. Oh,
She's
Yeah, I
still
used to like
doing
that
great
joke.
work, by the way.
man.
She might be in her prime now.
Yeah, she
She's
got
still a
Man.
murderer.
Yeah, she got thick.
She better than that, to be honest.
Another before puberty jump. Rosie Perez when she was in White.
Yes, yeah.
Yep, that's another one. White men can't jump.
White man can't jump, dog. I can tell y'all some yeah.
I don't know about before puberty. I don't know about that, but all I can remember is like after. I would probably would have went with. I probably would have went with Ashanti. Nigga stumbled upon on some porn video, so it's gonna have to be Cherokee D ass.
Oh yeah, that was my first true love. What do you mean?
Hey.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
Don't start. Let's not go down that. Let's not go down that lane. That lane.
that's
I'm not gonna go down
Dark
that lane.
alley to go down right there.
and definitely J-Lo. J-Lo should be on everybody's job. Definitely J-Lo.
Oh yeah.
Hey, nah, in middle school, J-Lo was like she was like unreal for real. Like that during that time period.
But now it seems like it's just too many of them. Like everybody on Instagram.
Yeah.
They all Instagram models.
And they all look the same for the most part.
They all, you know what? I was just saying that they do the same poses, like even post the same stuff. Like it's crazy. It's just copycat league for real. Nothing authentic, nothing original.
Facts.
They should come out.
Even though originals eventually cross over to the dark side too. It's sad.
They should bring back the magazines and just do an Instagram magazine for black men.
Hey, but Instagram kind of killed that industry though, because you can get everything on Instagram for free. You don't even got to go to it's the same shit.
Right.
And for real, you get more than the magazines was giving.
Bro, exactly.
Yeah, they out here.
Live interaction.
Yep.
Well, who would y'all joints be now though? Like that.
That's a good question.
Who would y'all joints be now? Like who is a chick that is just like you'll never feel like your all time?
That's a good question.
You mean that's like out now, like news, like you mean like people on TV
growing up, but like now, like what would you say?
Like overall body of work, like you talking about like from beginning to like where we at now and like still.
I'm saying we just gave our picks from like kind of like growing up and like before puberty and after. What about like right now in this moment, 2020?
That's a good question, man.
There's a couple.
That's the problem. It's too many.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying,
And
I don't know.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If it is somebody, it's somebody that's like, I don't know, untouchable. So I'm not trying to put nobody on no pedestal.
True.
That's it. You got like two you like?
You got two, probably. Sound like it.
I know. Look at that face.
I'm just trying to answer the question, guys.
Like,
I got two of mine.
Up to no good.
Nah, I probably. I like that. Who's the one chick from Joker? Her name's like Zazie.
Oh, she's an ATL and all that.
Yeah, that series. She cute.
Yeah. The thing is, you like her because of her personality as well.
Yeah, like her, like yeah.
Not gonna pick no Instagram, John.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even want those. I wouldn't even want like. That's a dime a dozen now.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like who really standing out now?
Like something like that. That's like the direction I would go in. Like I like.
Oh, you know what? It's got to be It's got to be the who y'all what's her name? The one y'all always posting it in the group chat.
Damn, don't expose us. You talking about
that part out?
He said edit that out.
Taylor Rooks.
Oh, what's her name? I can't say that. I can't put her. We talking about her. But I can't say
You can put her out there. Yeah, she's tough too.
Who is that?
Don't nobody post no pics in the group.
He said, "Who is that?"
Now I'm intrigued. Who's talking?
I'm intrigued.
Taylor Rooks.
Oh yeah, Taylor Rooks is tough.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, I do fuck with Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
She gay.
yeah.
She bi.
She's everything.
Nah, she a pansexual. She is like that means she do everything. That means she be fucking trans too.
Yeah.
I think there's a cop out when Bama say they bi. They really gay. Because 9 times out of 10 you see them with the same sex. They gay.
I mean, that's the same thing, I think.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
As soon as you cross them waters, that's it for you.
Bye, buddy.
I think I'm throwing Carrie Hilson in there still, yo.
Still? I
Carrie?
don't even see her do anything. So I don't know. I don't know what she doing now. That's what I'm saying. Ashanti in her prime right now. So
Rihanna's still killing it though.
I don't know. I'm not on social media, so I don't see like everybody that's killing it right now.
Wait, what are you on?
I got Snapchat.
That's not social media?
I
Talking about like Instagram and shit like that.
No, I ain't got nothing.
Yeah. Let's stay away, man. It's dangerous.
I got Twitter for like Redskin updates and shit, or like news shit.
I never got into Twitter. I never got into that.
Yeah, me neither.
I just use it to read news. Like, you remember when that earthquake happened around here a while ago? Like all like the phones and shit was fucked up, but Twitter was still going. So that's what it is.
I remember that a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It was like 10 years ago.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That shit went quick.
It's like 2012.
I remember
The
that
one
shit.
in
I was in the
DC?
building. That shit was shaking.
It's a strong candidate.
All right, what's our next topic? We hit the business.
I'm gonna throw another name out there real quick before we go.
Yeah.
It wasn't as crazy. She was alright for me growing up. It might have just been like nostalgia. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Has she not burned Andre? Has she not burned down Andre Rison's house? Yeah, like she had an edge to her.
I like Chili more. I don't know why.
Yeah.
She's
It was the
cuter.
baby hair.
I agree.
Yeah,
Chili.
baby hair. Baby hair, yeah. Girl, it's hard with girl groups. You can only get like one.
She started that styling the baby hair shit. She started that.
Shut your ass up. He drinking that Puerto Rican rum.
Oh man. Uh-oh.
What's that shit called?
Oh, he got a refill on it.
Don Q.
Don Q.
Yeah, that's he just opened that joint. He just opened that shit.
That shit look like it come from Costco.
I thought you said John Q like the movie.
Mm-hmm.
About to say.
That John Q. Boy.
Get y'all one of these.
Need a doctor.
Out the damn bottle.
They go down smooth.
Reaction from the draft. Our last episode was from the draft. So
Ooh.
how y'all feel?
We'll let the Skins fans go first because it's more y'all than us.
It was a good draft though overall.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to start with the Skins. I think the biggest story from the draft so far is how Green Bay drafted Jordan Love, right? Because I don't see how that plays out well. Because Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
I don't know about all
drafted
time,
quarterback in
but
the
maybe
first
right
round.
now.
I said one of the greatest of all time. That's what I said. You don't think so?
Okay.
Yeah, he got a ring too. Yeah.
So I think if a dude with an ego like that, then you bring a quarterback in and draft him in the first round, I don't see how he handles that well. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then the difference between him and Brett Favre is that Brett Favre was like 38, like 37, some shit like that. How old is Aaron Rodgers now?
36.
I think he's like 30.
He's 36, kind of up there. But I mean, it was a difference. Like the Brett Favre when Aaron Rodgers came in and who Aaron Rodgers is right now was two different people. You know what I'm saying? So so I think that I don't see how he handles that. You know, I don't see that ending well. I can't see how that ends well. And then I think that Eagles shit with Carson Wentz and bringing in Jalen Hurts.
That's
I think that's
backwards.
Bro, that hurt too.
I think that's it.
Aaron Rodgers 36.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he about ready. Yeah.
It was rumored.
And he had paid too.
Yeah, he just got a contract extension.
I mean, this was a wide receiver heavy draft, and they drafted a quarterback in the first round, and they ain't draft no receivers.
Yeah,
nothing. The whole draft.
And all that speed that was out there.
What the fuck?
That's true. Because they ain't give him no help. That's like a kick in the face, man. It's like drafting a quarterback and you don't get no help during the season.
On top of that, yep. I think they got a running back, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they always got running back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They have no receivers, like none.
What if Philly used Jalen Hurts like a Taysom Hill though? Like,
I wouldn't be mad at that. I think he's durable enough for that too. But I thought it was or it was rumored that was for a trade. They picked Jalen Hurts up to trade to the Jags to get that DM Yannick whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But of course,
I can see that.
Yeah. Is he worth a second round pick though?
No, Jalen Hurts, man.
Yannick, whatever. Is he worth a second round pick? Like, why would you draft a quarterback in the second round? Yeah, that's a second round pick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I feel you on that. Mm. And then all the other draft picks after that were just straight receivers. Then they got like one lineman, like O lineman or something later.
I'm happy.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not mad.
But I would like to see us get like a corner in like some of the mid rounds, but they ain't having.
But yeah, we got a corner too. Old boy from Clemson. Or safety.
What all did the Redskins draft besides Chase Young?
Antonio Gibson.
Antonio Gibson.
Hey, I say this. When during the draft, I think they said he was a wide receiver, but as I listened to like the Redskins radio, just listen to the analysis, it sounded like he's gonna be playing more running back. Like it sounded like they projected him to be play. I mean, he's gonna do both. He's gonna line up a receiver, but it sounds like he's more leaning towards the running back side more than wide receiver. You know what I'm saying?
Is that old boy from Memphis?
I assume when they drafted him,
Is that the dude from Memphis?
Yeah, from Memphis. But it sounds like he's gonna be in that backfield, and even AP was saying something about working with him. So that's a sign right there. So I mean, and then who else? And Gandy Golden, I like what I see from him just because of his natural playmaking and his ability to just make a play, the ball in the air. He just get it somehow. He make a play. So
he's gonna be one.
I feel good about what.
How your Skins fans feel about Thaddeus Moss?
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we gotta see. I mean, he doesn't blow my hair back.
What's your tight end? Did y'all get rid of the tight end?
Jordan Reed?
Yeah, concussion.
They let him go.
He probably had to retire.
Yeah, he need to retire.
Yeah, he was getting.
Somebody pick him up, did they?
Nah.
I doubt it, man. I doubt it.
He was saying like I want to get a fresh start someplace else.
Where?
I know, but
it's injured every season.
And tight ends are like a dime a dozen now too. Tight ends are like coming up these days. I don't think he's gonna get in the game like that.
He had
a little bit, but yeah.
He had a special skill set. It was just unfortunate.
I think that's one thing we probably need more competition at the tight end position because I don't see we don't got no veterans. I don't think on the tight end.
Richard Rodgers, the dude that was with Green Bay.
Oh yeah.
But he ain't like a all-star tight end, but he's serviceable.
And Philly too.
And honestly, I think Thaddeus Moss is kind of even he got undrafted, and I still feel like he's slightly overrated. You know what I'm saying? Like he's living off the name.
Just the name.
Because he kind of slow. If you really watch him, he's. I think he's a better. He got hands.
Yeah, he got good hands. I was gonna say that.
Outside of his hands, he's more of a blocking tight end. Like he's not that nifty. You know what I'm saying? He just got hands. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he a little bit better than he like a slightly better version than Jeremy Sprinkle.
Right.
I mean, with hands, because Jeremy Sprinkle had none.
Oh yeah,
like, he had no hands.
And then the old tackle we picked up from LSU,
Sadiq Charles.
Yeah, that we traded with the Trent Williams pick. So I mean, you would like to see get more out of that trade, but I mean, it is what it is. We got to move on from that shit.
He got a mean streak too, so
yeah,
he might work out for us, man.
The best thing that came out of that shit though was that freed up a lot of cap space. So hopefully we can go get like some corners or some.
That's what I think. Y'all gonna get something.
I think Rivera mapped it out like that so he can go get some like CDs before the season start.
Yep, I agree. Because once all the teams go through their cuts and all that shit is over, training camp, all those, it's gonna be some corners that get released. We're gonna be able to pick up somebody solid.
Yeah,
we definitely gonna have the money. Huh?
There's still some free agents out there. You got like Logan Ryan.
What's his name still out there? Logan Ryan. And he's still out there?
Yeah. Dude from Darquez Denard and shit. There's a few corners still out there. So yeah.
Who you think gonna run the AFC though? Now that Tom Brady ain't out there no more.
The Chiefs?
Pittsburgh? Is it Pittsburgh?
Kansas City.
Kansas City? Come on, dog.
Why you always say Pittsburgh, man? Pittsburgh is like they're so boring.
Pittsburgh, oh my god, because we play football.
You can't count Pittsburgh out though. You can't.
I know you never can. You never can. You never can. And I like Mike Tomlin.
We had a hell of a draft this season. Hell of a draft.
Y'all got Chase Claypool. I think that's a big move, especially if y'all move. If he get moved to tight end, he gonna be a weapon. Like,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying? Probably one of the best tight ends in the league. He just gotta get a little bigger, but with his natural talent, like I think he's gonna be something at tight end.
I
Yeah,
need
we'll
one.
see.
Damn.
We'll see what he do. I don't know. Because
I need-
you already know we got 2 tight ends. We got McDonald and we got Ebron. Ebron is definitely going to be in use. And
Oh
McDonald is
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you're right.
So I expect Claypool to get shuffled in the mix or whatever between Juju and all of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know we got some weapons now.
Hey,
for
dude.
them. As long as he stay healthy.
You think Juju overrated now? Because you know how he was killing shit with Antonio Brown out there.
Yep.
So do you
Nah.
do you
I don't
think he
think
was
he's
slightly
overrated.
a little bit?
Nah,
You don't think
he's
Antonio
overrated.
Brown helped him out just a little bit?
He helped
Oh,
him out a lot.
no. It's no question. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's overrated. I think he just had a number one wide receiver ahead of him that was getting all the attention from the D-backs in the secondary or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to be free. Niggas is double teaming and triple teaming AB. So yeah, Juju gonna be wide open or whatever the fuck. I just think we need after last season. Without Ben Roethlisberger, you can't really say – I wouldn't really say that Juju was overrated enough because we ain't really had no quarterback that can sling the rock to him, Brown style. But, you know, as long as Ben comes back healthy, we will be Gucci because he's going to be dropping that rock everywhere.
That man was 38 though.
So, how old is Tom Brady? He done got traded to Tampa Bay, and they talking about Super Bowl. Shit,
Tom
and
Brady
Gronk
was
went over
healthy
there.
though.
They gonna do that with Tom Brady.
Y'all think AB gonna be back in the league again?
Hell yeah.
Who do you think he's gonna sign to?
Y'all social
Who
media.
gonna pick him up?
Ain't nobody think about him. Ain't nobody think about him, his transgressions. Ain't nobody think about his transgressions right now. His issues. You know, they got quarantine going on right now. If he going to get picked up,
ain't
You know what? You know what I wouldn't be surprised with?
with a low.
If the Bucks pick him up, because Brady fucked with him.
But they already said they
Yeah, he did.
Remember they said something.
I don't
like
think that. Well, they might, because didn't they trade Godwin?
Yeah,
No.
Brady
Oh,
fucked.
they did.
He
Yeah,
was
they
mad.
got rid of
He was
Godwin.
mad at Belichick for letting him go.
Uh-huh.
Who traded Godwin?
Tampa.
To where?
I have no idea, but I could have swore that.
Oh, nah, you thinking about Marquise Goodwin. Nah, you think about
Oh
Marquise
no,
Goodwin.
yeah, he came to
Got
he came
traded.
to Philly.
Okay.
Marquise
Okay.
Goodwin from San Francisco got traded on the draft.
That nigga had the
Okay.
best.
To the Eagles, right?
Yeah, he was Philly. Yeah, I just said that. He came to Philly. But he was kind of banged up a lot, man. He got like a bad hamstring, just like Deshaun.
We ain't worried about him.
Where
Yeah,
where D-Jack at right now?
Jack was hurt. Oh man, he coming back this year, man. This is last year
Oh,
on
he still
contract.
with y'all? Oh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Philly Eagle receiver squad is a track team right now.
Yeah, man. Track team. But can they catch? I don't care how fast you are. Can you catch the rock?
Mm-hmm.
Like, geez.
Al, you say that about your
I don't like the fact that they made, I don't want to say made CD, but they have given CD the number 88. Like CD said he was going to wear number 10, but Jerry Jones was like, nah, he wanted him to wear 88 to follow in Dez Bryant and Michael Irvin's footsteps. So CD
Why he pressured him like
You
that?
trying to sell tickets? That's what.
So he's saying he's not gonna pick Dez Bryant back up. Then.
They're not even
That's fucked up.
those aren't even they can't like different types of receivers.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that dude's disgusting.
Yeah.
I thought Dez was gonna get a job though. If there was one wide receiver I thought was gonna get a
That's
job,
gonna play in Detroit. He gonna go to Detroit, man.
You think so?
Yeah.
He don't get nobody no problems. Nothing.
I got a quick question. Since you talked about CD Lamb, what y'all think about his on the phone and him snatching it right back?
Yeah, nah. You think she did?
This what happened. She said he was getting a call from his agent and she was trying to pick up the phone for him and he didn't want her to pick up the phone.
That's not what I heard.
That's not what Spill it.
I heard it was another female congratulating him, and that joint lit up. The phone lit up. And
Yeah. I like the drama. Either way, you shouldn't be touching my phone. I don't play that, man.
Well, because I'm
Yeah, man.
I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened. He was in the process of trying to make sure that his phones were clear at the time. So he did not want to be disturbed. He did not
see what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened.
Missing a call. He didn't want to feel that he was missing a call at a very important time. He just tried to hurry up and snatch that phone back. He was just trying to show how strong and quick his hands are. So he was just putting that on.
I need that. He said, I need that.
Y'all don't think like y'all don't think like the NFL draft or even the NBA draft is like a real rough time for girlfriends and shit. Like this nigga when he was broken. As soon as he get that call, she already know, like, you know what I'm saying?
50,
like, you don't think that shit like stressful and shit? You know what I'm saying?
It's now 50-50.
Hey, but did you see Isaiah Simmons announced that?
Like we was live when
what happened?
Isaiah Simmons.
That one to join with the white girl when mama snatched him up.
No.
I seen that one. I saw that one.
Which one? What happened, right?
Isaiah Simmons got drafted, and then his girl stood up in the room, and the room got a little shadowy because her hindquarters.
Oh, nah, she was just marketing. That's all.
That's all that is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But what I did,
she already know she thought to be amongst niggas in higher tax brackets, so she just wanted to know what was coming. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
I did feel. I
might be in this vicinity as you niggas. You know what I'm saying?
It felt like a lot of them girlfriends was trying to get airtime, man. It just wasn't the look. It was like it was almost like they knew they would get it.
They got
it was
Instagram fan pages.
Yeah, it's like up on the camera. This is it.
Hey, Antoine, Phil, his family, and you seen his mom with the highlighter dress on. She knew she was gonna be on TV.
Right.
Y'all remember seeing that shit? Yeah, they was showing out.
Yeah, I'm just friends was in full effect this year. It was too much, man. Honestly, like I need my family shown first. I know you there and all that, but it's still family first. Man. I need mama need that camera time for a minute. Like that's what I mean.
Does it make a difference if it's your wife versus your girlfriend?
I think so.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
It's a big difference.
I can't front.
It's a hell of a difference.
I can't front. Yeah, that's what. You're one. You are one. So what I'm gonna say to that, man? It's your girlfriend, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's about to be gone in a couple of months.
Exactly. They 5 minutes of fame is over. Where'd you say you were going? Miami? Yeah, you're cut. What do you? Yes.
Yes.
Later. I'm going from Idaho to Miami. Yes. You're done.
Fuck this town.
I'm going from Wisconsin to LA. We're cut.
Yeah.
They used to have like a separate draft for the girlfriends and afterwards.
You know that.
I'm going from Washington State to DC. Book it. You're done.
That reminds me of He Got Game.
Oh yeah.
La.
Oh, Rosario Dawson was another one too for the Crushers, man. I forgot about her. She was another one. Yeah, she was another one. She had a nice front.
She was about to be out.
Yeah. She was trying to get paid too, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, she had a plan as well. She had a plan.
Yep.
Yeah, I almost
real life.
That.
That's real life.
But it's probably better for them to have a jump from school to try to find afterwards.
No, that is true though. So. It's just I feel like the allure of it, like if you never like experienced that coming from like a small little town and everything is different, man. It changes everything. Just like now you're starting to live.
Mm-hmm.
Rollout's a little different when you got some money, man. You got some attention. You a top tier athlete. Man, I'm telling you.
And the money too fast now. And
money,
the temptations
ego
are everywhere now.
The devil.
Yeah, man.
Hey, y'all think Chase Young gonna be Hollywood just based off his personality?
Yes.
You don't think so?
Nah.
No,
Yes.
You think so?
I don't think so.
Did y'all see what Curry got already?
Tate, I know
What
that.
do you mean by Hollywood?
Like, I mean, you know, like, I don't mean in a negative. I don't mean this in a negative way because I don't have a problem with niggas acting like that. But you know, the nigga had the sunglasses on in the house for the draft.
No.
He had the Rolls Royce pulled up to the house immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that's a
He
bad
did,
thing,
though.
but I'm saying like, you know, like this nigga created a spotlight. That shit. You know what I'm saying? Like is he going to embrace that spotlight? Or is he going to be more of the behind the scenes type? You see what I'm saying?
I think he's gonna be in the spotlight.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Damn, what's my man's name?
Just because of a car?
Huh?
Just because of a car, though?
I'm not saying just that. I mean, like, I put it like this: like Baker Mayfield was hanging around with celebrities off the break. You know what I'm saying? Like he was chilling with LeBron and them, shit like that.
I don't see
you know what I'm saying? I don't think all them.
No,
it's trying to be like.
But I see him being like Von Miller. That's what I was trying to say. Von Miller.
Yeah.
I see him getting up on like commercials and advertisements.
But humble.
Just he is already.
But you don't see him like all in the Hollywood scene. Like,
He not a wide receiver, dog.
They like the next day he went to go.
That's Von Miller. That's just like Von Miller. He don't play offense either.
Exactly. I don't. That's the offensive niggas is always like that. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood. The only defensive nigga that was like that was, I would say, was Deion Sanders. That was the only nigga like that.
Yeah.
I don't see him doing that. I don't see Chase Young doing that.
But yeah, they said the next day he went over to like Jonathan Allen house just to chop it up because he's like a team captain.
Yeah. And plus one other thing, I think people that are not used to DC area, they come here and they wild out. But I feel like since he's been a part of this,
That's
for a while.
Just home.
All right, put it like this: would you consider John Wall Hollywood?
Yeah.
I see him.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I felt like John Wall be out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's what I mean. Like, do you think Chase Young will be out there? Like, and John Wall ain't even really out there, but like, you know, he be, you know what I'm saying? Like, he have a good time. Like, do you think
that's in the John Wall? Then yeah, I would say yeah. He strikes me as the person already who he gonna show out. You know what I'm saying? It's his own.
Like I said, he gonna be hanging around with the rappers. He gonna be in the rap videos. Like, you think he gonna be that type of dude? You know what I'm saying? He gonna be. That's what I mean. Like, yeah.
Look at him like KD. He like KD. He ain't doing.
I lay on his line already.
That's DC. That's different. DC like Wally athlete and back. He hang around with all the top athletes out here and shit. You know. So.
Yeah, that's true.
He ain't gonna be that big time.
But John Wall, you gotta think too. John Wall was from the country, man. He came out DC and he just.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I would compare him to KD. He from out here, dog. He's not gonna be wilding out here like that.
Yeah, that's true.
He's gonna do his job on defense, and that's it.
And
if the reporters want questions, he's gonna give them their answers, and that's it.
He stay out like Upper Marlboro too, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he did. So I mean, you will occasionally see a fucking Rolls Royce out there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
That's where the black rich people live at.
Yeah, that shit probably wasn't even nothing to him. That shit probably wasn't nothing to him.
Hey.
What's the
You
next
can run for the low too, for real, man. If I sponsor you on your draft night, it's nothing. Hey, I'm getting drafted. Yeah. I'm number 2 draft pick prospect. I'll have your car while I'm pulling up. Blah blah blah. Yeah, here's a Rolls Royce.
Daniel Snyder bought that for him.
Probably did. Probably did.
Hey, that brings me up to a question though, because Randall, you just talked about Upper Marlboro, and I know it's switching subjects and switching sports, but it made me think like, what region you think produces the best basketball players? Because I know we was having that conversation.
Oh, we up there. I know we gotta be top 3.
PG's up there. PG County's up there.
PG County, the whole DMV.
Maryland.
Yeah, DMV.
Maryland.
Maryland. You
DMV.
come out for like high school and college.
We gotta be top 3
overall, just athletes. Yeah.
But I've heard NBA players say that you can't even throw the DMV in there because there's no contest. I've heard NBA players say that. So If they saying
What you mean?
huh?
I'm saying there's no contest like DMV, and there's really nobody else.
Yeah, it's
to us.
nobody who gonna go against
Maybe Cali.
Who gonna go
I
against?
thought you were gonna say like Cali or something.
Hey,
No.
Chicago's strong too. Chicago is strong.
But don't they
Look, Chicago. Say that again.
don't Drew League play the Clipper League?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
they try to. They try to.
Hey, but look,
That's LA. That's LA versus.
so who Chicago got?
Chicago.
Towns, Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler,
Jabari
Jimmy Butler
Parker.
from Texas.
Jabari Parker, the little scrappy nigga from the Clippers. I can't think of his
Patrick
name.
Beverly. Patrick Beverly.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, Beverly.
Andre Iguodala.
Who else from Chicago?
Andre
But
Iguodala.
for real, is K considered Chicago? Because I know he originally from South Carolina, but I think he came out of high school in Chicago. KG.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would count him.
Kevin Garnett from Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, D-Wade, he's from Chicago.
D-Wade, another one. So that's the Chicago's strong.
You say
I
Anthony
can't think of
Davis?
nobody else.
Yeah,
Did
he's
not
from
say
Man-
Anthony
He's
Davis.
from Chicago too.
He another one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh shit! If we want to go back in the day, Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, Zeke.
You know, so like, that's another one.
Yeah,
The best nigga we had back in the day was Lynn Bias, rest in peace, and he make it to the league. And we had Adrian Dantley. You know, if that says a lot, but Adrian Dantley, he a local legend though.
Yeah, but another one we don't talk about is Elgin Baylor from here.
Cool. Say that again.
Nah,
Adrian Dantley was a killer in college.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
was
say Elgin Baylor from?
Elgin Baylor from here. He from the University on the Spring on.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, it's a hand. I mean, that's a good number of Bama's just from here that's established. But hey, I think
how far you stretch too. How far you stretch like in the DMV? Like how far is too far for like some parts of Virginia? How far? Is
I
too
wouldn't
far
go all the way
for-
down there. I wouldn't go down to where AI and them from. Like
Why? Why? That's VA.
not Richmond, all that Richmond shit. Like no,
Norfolk
that's
and
not.
all
That's
that.
not this. That shit is like 3 hours away. That shit. That's
It's
not the
Virginia
same
though.
shit.
Is it not Virginia?
It is Virginia though.
It is Virginia.
They don't
Do y'all
play
really
much.
count that?
Michael, so you gonna tell me Michael? You want to consider Michael
Hey,
Vick a
hey,
part of VA
hey,
just because he out in the fucking docks?
DMV is different.
No, that's not what I'm saying. From
Oh,
my
it is.
understanding,
I know.
from
that.
my understanding,
Metropolitan.
DMV is anything that can be reached in the metro. If you can reach it within the metro, that's DMV.
Right.
From what my
That's-
understanding,
Yeah.
that's what I always.
Metropolitan.
That's
Yeah.
how good the proc is. It just stretches. It has a good outsource over there in the
That's not-
DMV.
and you gotta,
We'll claim them though. We will claim them.
you gotta consider they call themselves something else too. They call themselves the Tidewater area because that's like Hampton, Norfolk, Newport News, and all that, Chesapeake, and all that good little region. So they call themselves.
Football, they done it.
Right.
I don't even think
Yeah.
people want to be considered with us. But hey, I love the DMV, but I think I might have to give it to LA just because of like the names they got in the league right now. Like right now.
They got some hoopers, man.
So they got DeRozan, they got Drew Holiday, they got Klay Thompson, they got Russ, they got Harden, they got Kawhi,
Harder.
PG-13, and then they got the Lopez twins. They got them all. Yeah.
Did you say Paul George already?
Yeah, he said Paul George.
And that's just
Okay.
DMV been falling off though.
They strong.
DMV been falling off
They strong out there.
Yeah,
since they changed the coaches up at University of Maryland. DMV been falling off. DMV been falling
What are you
off.
talking about?
The Terps had some ballers, dog. Terps
Nah,
had
they
some
about to
ballers.
do a little something in the
Football
tournament
and
too.
basketball. Terps had
They
everything.
about
I
to
know.
make some noise.
That's a
Yeah,
shame about this
it was about to
season.
be straight. They was about to be
Yeah,
straight
that
in the
shit insane.
tournament.
I
They had a
definitely
nice
thought it
little
could be at
run.
least Sweet 16. Yeah, I thought they could be at the minimum 16.
Nah,
We've
they,
been falling off since the rough region years. We've been falling off.
I mean, they always
Falling.
got NFL ballers.
Yeah.
I know that's one thing
Somewhat.
about Maryland. Their football team might not be good, but they definitely gonna get a nigga in the first or second round. But not this year though. I don't think one player from Maryland. No, Antoine Brooks was like the only one that got drafted. Oh, and McFarland.
Yeah.
McFarland got drafted.
We picked up Brooks and McFarland. Pittsburgh
You
picked
y'all
up
got
Brooks and
both of them.
McFarland.
No, so
Like
y'all got
third
both
and
of them.
fourth. Yeah, third and fourth round or some shit like that. Claypool win the second round, and Claypool win the second round, and Hightower, we got a linebacker from Charlotte winning the third round, and then we got Brooks. Then we got a D tackle. Yeah, and then we got McFarland. Yeah.
I got Ant Mac in the fourth, and then Antoine Brooks in the sixth. But that's based off of the
Damn, in the sixth.
Mike Tomlin's son played for Maryland.
I didn't know that. What position? Corner?
I did not know that.
Yeah, corner.
Wide receiver.
A little Antonio Brown.
Shoot, is he nice?
He was a freshman last year. He didn't get no bump last year. I think he actually raised.
So we got some time. He got time to develop.
Yeah.
Maryland was so disappointing last year. It's disgusting.
They've been disappointing. They've been disappointing.
Started out hot.
They get it together. They just got identity.
Yeah. Uniforms is like that, though. The uniforms is like that.
Always.
Yeah.
Got a question.
Go ahead.
I got a question for the Skins fans first, and then Pittsburgh, then Cowboys.
Yeah.
What jersey are y'all getting first?
I stopped getting jerseys because Bam was always get traded or they start fucking up.
They get hurt.
That RG3 joint hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Hey, trust me, that's the last jersey I bought. I'm still wearing that motherfucker. I don't care.
We talking about for the draft picks?
Just this year in general. What you talking about, Corey or Brian?
If I had to get a jersey, I would
get a Sean Taylor. It's never going to style.
If it's not a Sean Taylor, I wouldn't mind having a Haskins jersey or a Terry McLaurin jersey.
Oh, Terry, yeah.
Terry good.
Yeah, I might feel safe with him, but with a Terry joint before anybody else.
I already got me a Devin Bush jersey. I already got a Devin Bush. I knew he was gonna be a truth last season. I wouldn't mind if we go with the draft pick this year. I wouldn't mind getting. Huh?
You should get a little shit lock jump like him.
Devin Bush fired that joint.
That's crazy. As long as he play good. Nah. If I get a draft pick jersey, probably first joint, I'll probably get. I know safety ain't gonna do shit or whatever. I might get a Fitzpatrick jersey. I ain't really fucking with none of the draft pick jerseys. Maybe Claypool at the latest or whatever, because he might get some burn this season. He might, since Ben is healthy. Hopefully he stay healthy. He might get some burn.
You get a fourth round pick jersey the first year?
Second round.
Whatever.
Claypool.
I ain't never comfortable getting like a rookie jersey.
Hey, I'm not comfortable with getting a rookie jersey at all.
When I got RG3, I got that shit his sophomore year, and I remember I was in the Redskins store.
Yeah.
Should I do this?
I got Devin Bush's jersey though. I did get his though. Rookie first round pick. You know what I'm saying? That was a good ass pick. I knew he was gonna bump. And he bumped. He bumped.
I got a good question after everybody go. I got another good question.
I got one too. It's football related. It's football related.
All right.
It's jersey related.
So I already know what you about to ask, Brian. Go ahead.
But no. Go ahead, Phil.
Go ahead.
This year, I'll probably get like a Miles Sanders or something. Miles Sanders. What? He's running back.
He said, "What?"
Leave that shit on the rack. Not get that shit.
Got everybody else. I got Deshaun. I got Carson. I don't need no more. Plus, I like rocking tees. I don't really be doing the jersey.
Just get like
Only on game day. The jersey's the game day though.
Nah,
I wear jerseys any day. I don't give a fuck.
All right, go ahead, Cowboys.
Man, it's tough, yo. I think I either have to get like the Amari Cooper jump, just because I know he might like snack off in the fourth, but he about his business when it's not only like he might. I mean, like if you're getting a jersey, you gotta get that jump for the longevity of it. You know? Like I feel like be there and like He's gonna be there. He's gonna produce, and at the same time, he's about his business. He's not gonna do no extra stuff on the sidelines, no extra stuff like that'll make you be like, all right, man, I don't even want to wear this jersey out. But if I'm getting one off a draft pick, I probably have to get a little Diggs Jones just because he's from here. But I mean, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Before you ask your jersey question, my question, I'm just throwing this out there. Who is the best safety, top 2 safeties of all time?
2?
Of course. Well,
Reed.
I'm gonna go ahead
Reed, definitely.
Because I'm Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go ahead and do it for y'all. I fuck with Sean Taylor hard as shit. Sean Taylor is hard as shit.
But who you gonna say?
Sean Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Sean Taylor.
I think you was gonna say 2.
And I probably even it's a tie between my top 2. It's Sean Taylor. I'm gonna go with number 1 because that nigga was a motherfucking freak. And number 2 is a tie between Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed.
Oh, Ed Reed went to Miami too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the U product.
The U. When the U was
Sean
great.
Taylor too. Yeah.
The U.
Reed, Sean. Damn. But see, Sean, his stint just
Too short.
But still, though, they lined this nigga up. Well, y'all lined this nigga up at wide receiver at one and got a touchdown. Y'all lined this nigga up.
That was in the preseason.
Dog.
That was crazy.
What color is the truck?
And tight end too.
Yeah, my question was, do you remember your first jersey, your first athletic jersey, not like from like a school where you played or anything, but your first jersey?
All right, I'll say my joint real quick, just because as soon as you said, I remember the dream. It was the second dream team. I think it was '96 Olympics. I had the penny. I think it was a penny jersey and that red, red, white, and blue jersey. And then my brother had the Shaq 32 jersey. So I had the penny and the USA 32. We used to switch off on the jerseys because they was the same size.
That's a good question, Brian. That's a good question.
Yeah, I remember the first one I had was the Larry Johnson champion Charlotte Hornet one. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't even the full one. Remember they used to have the blank ones on the front, then they had a number and shit on the back. I had one of those. Bootlegged it. I think I got a picture of that. I'm gonna get you that pic.
Oh,
Throw it in the edits.
I think I was like a '96 AI Sixers.
Uh-huh. That's the rookie joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good draft class, man.
My first one was Deuce McAllister.
22.
When he played with the Saints. And then I turned around at Aaron Brooks joint.
I think I had one too. I definitely had Aaron Brooks joint.
The black Aaron Brooks from the Saints?
Yeah.
Y'all did that shit because he was black.
Yeah.
And he used to wear the J still on the field.
Yeah. Aaron Brooks. All right, so what y'all think was the greatest jersey of all time, period? Like just style, like just overall fashion.
Jordan.
Just overall, like any football, NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA. Like, what was the greatest uniform, coolest uniform to y'all?
Vancouver Grizzlies.
Man. Oh, man.
I knew you were gonna say that because that's how I feel. That Vancouver Grizzlies joint, that Brian, what's his name? Brian Reed, Country Reeds, what they call him?
Big Country Reed.
That joint, yeah. Yep. Or Sharif Abdul-Rahim in that era.
Yep.
That's crazy. Now even that Raptors jersey during that same era, the very first.
I was gonna say the Raptors jersey.
I was gonna say the
very first Raptors jersey.
Also,
Damon Stoudemire.
Throwback
Magic
Timberwolves. The black Timberwolves with the tree around the.
I had that jersey.
I did too. Yeah.
If you go to that, you got
KG was my favorite player back then.
I think one of the all-time like most universal jerseys the Randy Moss all black joint when he was with the Raiders.
Yeah, everybody had that jump.
Everybody had that joint.
That's all we used to wear. Jersey, like warm up jumps, warm up shooting shirts.
Y'all had them no limit jerseys.
Huh?
Y'all had them no limit jerseys.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah. If you rock your jersey with your foam posits, that's all you needed, man.
Yeah.
And
I'm
fitted.
gonna throw jerseys.
Yeah, good fitted.
It was
The
heavy
old
and
school
fitted.
Pro Bowl jerseys. The one
That's
with
everybody rocking
the red, white, and head jump.
Yeah.
The
no
very
Navy J. Boy, you better stop, man.
All right.
also throwing that.
What was y'all greatest sports moment? Like, what was one memory in a game? What was a college game, NBA, NFL? Like, what was one moment you was like, I'll never forget, whether it was in person or on TV?
I have a lot.
Like, you just gotta give me one. I mean, everybody got a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's not my greatest, but I remember watching that game when Jordan hit that shot with the Jazz. Go ahead.
I got a lot.
Let me start it off. I got to go to Pittsburgh. I got started off with that Jerome Bettis touchdown where they thought he was down, but he was still on top of some nigga or whatever at the goal line. At the goal line, he got hit at the goal line, and he rolled over on top of some defender or whatever. And he got his motherfucking touchdown. They ran it back at the instant replay and shit. They ran the shit back. It's like, nah, he wasn't down. No knee down. He was on top of a body. So touchdown, Pittsburgh win. Let's go. We win the Super Bowl. Let's go.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I got
I know.
All right.
I know, like, definitely my top, like, probably my top three. It might be top two. Was that playoff game we went to, the Wizards versus Cavs? Young LeBron. What was that game? Yo, the overrated chant. I swear, it still gives me chills when I think about that. Like, we might be able to pull that up on ESPN Real Talk, and they be doing that. I met a few people that were at that game that night, and they even say that's probably the most adrenaline rushed event atmosphere they were ever at. No, it was crazy. I blacked out like probably 4 times that night. That was a great night.
He said I blacked out 4 times.
Lost my voice. Remember we met the mayor? Like it was a blur. KD was out there. Who else was out? I see us walking through the crowd just dapping up people. It was crazy. But that was a great night. That's probably my number one. Nothing like that. And they won by like 40.
Yeah.
So I got a couple, and I'm gonna just mention them because I'm gonna just run them off. So first, my first Caps game I ever went to. This was like 2001, and they ended up running into the glass, and the glass shattered. And I didn't even know that could happen. Like, I was like, what the fuck? The glass shattered like a row in front of me. Everybody was like, that was crazy because, that was my first game. I went there heads up. I think I went there with my pops. And it was just, I had a little bit more yearning for watching that sport just because of how intense it was after that. My other one is when John Starks did the backwards crossover from the baseline and dunked on Jordan and Pippen with the left hand.
Playoffs.
That's my shit, man. That's my shit.
Hey, those are some of the greatest battles that New York.
That made John Starks one of my favorite
players
back in the day. That made John Starks one of my favorite players back in the day. That shit right there.
Nasty, bro.
That made me think about that Meta World Peace when he made that game-winning shot. Meta World Peace.
So another joint, and we can look at the clips real quick.
Yeah, niggas.
Another joint is Kevin Johnson dunked on Elijah one.
Oh yeah.
Straight down the lane.
I remember that.
You remember that? Oh my gosh, man! I played that thing back so many times. Because Kevin Johnson don't dunk. Like, that's not
6'2". KJ.
That's not what he does. All right, I'm gonna pass it to y'all because I could talk about Jordan moments all day, but
I think
we need to do a podcast straight up on Jordan moments.
I go into the last dance after this.
That Nationals the Nationals run last year. It was so many Magic shit and
Yeah, that's a good call.
That last game, and we called that shit when they switched. Who's
Yep.
pitching? Was it?
I remember, y'all.
They put in Garrett Cole or something. It
was the other one. Greinke. They took Greinke out. I was like, they just fucked up, and I called it. We was down. We started coming back, but that shit was real magic. And then the other jump was 2005 Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah,
and them off 2 touchdowns in the fourth.
I was gonna say that one.
I was gonna say that.
Man, damn. I was holding out.
I was gonna say that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Locked himself in this room.
Keep going. I was gonna say that.
Alex locked himself in the room. I was banging on this nigga door. I was lit.
That was mine, yo.
That's one of the worst moments for me. And that's one of the reasons why, like, when Bama started talking trash and like literally be talking trash throughout football games, basketball games, baseball games, and everything like that, I'm like, dog, I'm not talking trash no more. Because I feel like that day I was talking so much junk to everybody.
You gotta talk about your
all of a sudden they like put everybody out because I think it was like after time, or it was about to be after time. So they was like, all right, well, we'll let y'all watch it for a little bit longer, but that was it for me. I was like, nope, that's a no for me. I'm not talking no more trash until the game's over. I'm like, no, I don't want to hear it. But Randall said it too. That the other joint, the Nationals playoff run, the joint we went to, I think it was, I forgot who they played, but they played St. Louis and they hit a walk off.
Oh yeah,
we was at that game this playoffs. Oh, bro, that whole stadium.
Oh dang, yeah,
lit. Like,
there's no rush like that, dog. Like when you have like the same energy at the same time. It's
nobody's
like,
sitting. A whole bunch of people just yelling and
and y'all are all for that. Like that's your squad too. Oh, there's nothing like that. I don't think there's no feeling like that.
Yeah, mine would be mine would probably have to be when the Caps won the cup. And sorry, Al, but when Sean Taylor, when y'all went to go kick the go-ahead field goal to win, Sean Taylor jumped, he blocked the field goal.
That was like 06.
Picked it up, ran that bitch back like 40, 50 yards, got a face mask, and then we wound up kicking the field goal to win that goddamn game.
With a kicker off the street.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy shit. But yeah, those are my two.
Hey, your father was watching the game with us that day.
Yeah.
I think he was turned.
Yeah, but my joint was basically the same shit Randall said, that 05 game when when Santana Moss caught them 2 touchdowns. I just remember being on Bowie State campus watching that game, and then as soon as we came back and won that shit, I just ran outside. Everybody ran outside. Like everybody just fucking ran outside. Like that shit was crazy. Went outside from the Bowie place. It was a whole rack of niggas just outside. Like that shit was crazy. And
I didn't run outside.
Other than that, I went to that Nats game just this past season. What you say?
No, I was just saying I didn't run outside. I ran in my room.
Oh no, nigga! I went out.
I locked the door.
Outside. Wait, you said what?
And he turned his phone off.
Oh yeah, nah, he was salty over that joint. But and then there was that Nats game just this past season where we went into like the 19th inning and some crazy shit. Remember that one late ass game against the Brewers? I think it was. Yeah, I went to that game and I remember it was getting late because I had the kids and the wife with me. I'm like, I think it's about time for us to go home. Went home, that game was still on, nigga. I was like, good choice. Like you be still sitting in that bitch. So that shit is crazy. And that it was like a record that game, right? Like it was like one of the longest games of all time. Some crazy shit like that. But yeah, that's about it.
About you, Pete?
Oh, I said, man, I had the playoff game. Remember, I had the game 3 against young LeBron. Lost my mind.
Yeah, you did say that.
Super Bowl too, man. Super Bowl, I shed a tear with my pops, man. That was probably like one of the best moments of my life. It was like hard work paid off type. It was crazy.
Eagles.
Everybody in the chat played. Y'all played some type of sport, right? Everybody in here played a sport.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
everybody.
So what is your personal favorite moment, like in sport, like that you played the sport, like your favorite thing? Like you might have scored, you might have dunked on somebody, or you might have hit a home run or caught. What was your favorite moment?
All right, I'm gonna go in. I was playing church league. I forgot it was like I had to be like 17, but like literally like no sights, no nothing. Like I came baseline or something, and I banged on somebody. Got the and one, but like everybody like got like crazy, like went crazy. But the most exciting part about the jump was as I was going to the free throw line, the Bama I banged on literally was like this.
Yeah.
Swear to God. So that shit right there ended it. Like nobody, like in that moment you always try to like keep your cool and be like, yeah, I'm used to this shit. That jump right there, like I said, looked up and seen him like standing in the court like this. Man, this ain't just happening. Got the footage. I gotta find a VHS tape, but I got the footage, yo.
Now that's the word. Have you ever been banged on? That's not, man.
Nah,
Yeah, that's horrible, man.
I'm running.
So I got two. I got one for football where I think the score. So the score was like 20. It was 24-21, and we was actually up 21-0, and they came back on us. They had 24, and it was like I think a minute left in the game. And their running back was running all corners. I think he had like 180 yards. And so he break away, right? He break from the left. He break like right through the left tackle and the guard. And he got a hella hole. And so I'm actually a corner. I'm a corner, and I see my man just like standing there. I'm like, oh shit, they ain't even trying to throw it. So I come down fast. Man, I smacked him so hard. My shoulder pad went up, came out of my jersey. It was like flapping on my helmet. And I got up, and he didn't get up. And everybody was like, yo, bring him over. But I was scared as shit because I thought I heard him like bad. But he ended up I ended up knocking the wind out of him, so he couldn't breathe for like I think like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
He started getting up and like breathing hard, like. I was like, man, like I knocked the shit out of that day. But the whole thing was I think that was like fourth down, and so we ended up winning the game. And everybody was like, after the game, it's kind of like Al. Everybody after the game was like, damn, like so that was a hell of a moment. And then basketball, I actually hit 5 threes in a row. This was like my freshman year. I hit 5 threes in a row. We won the game by like 3 points or something like that. And so that was like I was on fire. You know them times where it's like unconscious. Like,
yeah, man. Where you literally just throw that up and just going in. It's like you have the perfect physics on it, like everything. Yeah, you just feel it, man. You just hot.
Yeah, I remember I was playing AAU basketball and I went baseline and dunked on this one.
You would line somebody.
AAU too.
You would line ass nigga.
Boy, I was the worst at basketball. Stop playing.
That was funny though. I remember Brian used to try hooping hard though.
Hey.
Don't take 2 steps and went up top.
Oh man.
Who drunk like shit?
Yeah, man. Late nights, all that.
Oh man. But yeah, my one of my best moments was actually in Pop Warner.
Gotta be football.
Yeah, I was actually playing center at this point in time.
Oh shit. Okay.
It was a center sneak, right? It was a trick play. It was a center sneak. I ran like
Fumblerooski.
It was like a 70-yard touchdown slam. I was going nowhere fast.
Little Giants.
Coasting down that joint like, I didn't think I was going to score, but yeah, that shit was dope.
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
That's what's up.
Marcus, you got that grin. What you holding?
Right.
too.
My favorite joint. All right, my favorite joint was in high school football. It was on kickoff team, and this dude was running up the sideline full speed. And I remember on the kickoff team, I had the starting linebacker right in front of me and the starting safety right behind me, and they both hit hard, right? So I didn't have that same reputation. But you know what I'm saying? I remember the dude. I said, man, I got them right next to me. I'm about to just spearhead this motherfucker on the sideline. So he was coming to the sideline to just hit his ass. Looked him over, and when I got up, like my helmet all fucked up, all like this and shit. So when I got up, they was like, yeah, Marcus, yeah, like I didn't know you had it in you. And I was like that shit made me like that shit boosted my confidence through the roof, nigga.
Right.
So, and practice after that, like I was ready. You like, you know what I'm saying? that was my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, Pete. What you doing?
Here, go to Randall.
I got like too many like individual like things that stand out. But I remember one time in JV, like we was in like a tight game, and our coach was being a hothead, and he got ejected from the game, and we was down like 12 in like the fourth quarter. And then we came back and won the jump, but he's already in the locker room and shit. So as soon as he walk in the jump, he like his head all down. He's like, "Look, guys, I'm sorry. Like I let you down. Like I promise. Like I like where his team is going. Like it will never happen again." He was like, "But coach, we won." He's like, "Well, shit. I knew you had it in you the whole time and shit." That jump, and then I remember playing like knockout with like Jerry Stackhouse when he was at the Silver Spring Boys and Girls Club one time. That shit was dope.
Okay.
And I remember that one time me and Phil we was playing two niggas for the bread at Bowie State. For the bread, and like I had to like sweat off like a little bit of tipsiness to turn up on the motherfuckers. But yeah, we got it done.
No, hey, real talk. That was the night where I gained so much respect for this nigga. Like he probably made like 15 buckets in a row. It was crazy. You had to be there. I'm talking about like shooting from Steph Curry shit. Like it was him and Kevin just battling. I was just getting bored at one point. It was crazy. All for a dub. You wouldn't believe we were playing for a dub. You thought
that was drinking money. Like, if you want me to do something, bet some money on this shit, and I bet you I'll come through.
Nah, that was crazy. Man, my moment was high school too. It was a senior year. We had this joint called Stinger Classic, Home of the Scorpions, and and I remember we were down by 3. It was like probably like 12 seconds left or something. I got this outlet and I got fouled on a 3, and it was like 3 seconds left. I had to make all 3 free throws go into overtime. Made those, but we ended up losing in overtime. But it didn't even matter. Like at the end of the overtime, this is why it was so dope. We got this breakaway fast break, and I threw this oop. I gave like a bounce pass, like the bounce pass alley-oop to one of my homeboys, and we still lost by 1. If I would have pulled up and like shot the 3, we probably could have tied it. I always think about that. Like, dang, you know what? We probably could have tied that game, bro. We was just showing out. Like, it was crazy. I always think about that, man. We still had like 7 seconds left, too, after that. Lost the game.
Did
I always talk to him about
when you was in high school?
What's that?
Back when you was in high school? Or?
Yes, we did. We did free throw at 3-point line.
Lord.
This mother.
Lord. Oh, all right, so
on some Polk High School shit. Al Bundy.
There was some moments at Bowie too, though. It was a lot of moments at Bowie. It was too many. It's too spotty for me.
Yeah, I got a little memory from spring ball and Bowie, whatever. I hit some big motherfucker. I don't know who he was. He was playing fullback. I hit his ass. But nah, that shit was short lived or whatever. My real memories was from like high school and little league or whatever. I got me a little MVP for defense for the year for little league and shit. We was playing the Buccaneers or some shit out like Ocean City. It was like state championships or whatever the fuck. We played the Buccaneers out Ocean City and shit. And I was crushing. I don't know. I think I had like 5-6 sacks or whatever the fuck out there joint. Then if we want to flash forward to high school, I remember my most memorable moment from high school was because I was playing DN. I was playing DN. I was fucking shit up. I was fucking shit up at DN. I was fucking niggas up at DN. But it was a game. I think we played Flowers. Yeah, that was a game. We played Flowers, and our safety at the time was our quarterback. I ain't gonna drop his name. Y'all might know him because he went on because he had a scholarship for basketball. He went on to play basketball at George Mason. I ain't gonna put him out there or whatever. But he wasn't about that bump. He wasn't trying to hit nobody out that joint. So after that game, it was like, nah, you gonna play safety. So I started playing safety after that. And the next game was against Oxon Hill or whatever. So I was playing safety. I got the first interception of the season. You know what I'm saying? After that, I was getting interceptions after interception. After that, playing safety. But I got the first interception of the season in high school. That was senior year, actually. We punished Oxon Hill. If y'all know somebody from Oxon Hill, let them know we punished them niggas. I think it was like I swear it was like 28-7, 28-14, some shit like that. We fucked them niggas up, dog. We was out there joint crushing niggas. And they had some ballers. They had some big niggas out there joint too. I think a couple of them went to Bowie State. I remember seeing a couple of niggas up there from Oxon Hill. It was like, oh yeah, I remember y'all niggas from lower high school. Mm-hmm. But that's my story. That's it.
We talking about sports. Let's talk about this second part of The Last Dance. Like, what did y'all get out of it? I think the most thing I got out of it was this nigga Isaiah Thomas was a bitch ass nigga.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, man. My thing is, Bill Laimbeer owned up to his shit. He don't give a fuck. He don't care about what nobody say. You know, you come at him 20 years ago, 15 years ago, the same way you come at him now. He don't give a fuck. He tell you, I don't care how they think about me. But Isaiah, it's a little different with him because he's like, well, back then, they
he be justifying it. Yeah, he trying to justify it.
He was like, man, you just gotta own up to it. Just say you did, say you did this shit wrong and just say fuck it. That's my thing. But I feel like they personalize that shit. Like Jordan don't like him at all. Like Jordan hate him.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah.
And I think that stems from them not being like sportsmanship, and shaking their hand and stuff. So
he felt like they played good enough to earn their respect.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. They won twice, right? Like Detroit won twice in a row.
Right. So you're not gonna shake Jordan's hand. Come on, man.
Just how the Celtics pass it off to them, they should have passed that shit off to the Bulls.
Yeah.
And they said that was the second time that like Zeke or Isaiah Thomas like trying to sun Jordan. He was like when Jordan was rookie in the 85 Jordan or 85 All-Star game, whatever game rookie Jordan All-Star game was, it was like they didn't try to pass Jordan the ball. And it was like Isaiah Thomas was the ringleader behind that. So, you know what I'm saying? You already know Jordan don't take too much he don't like competition as it is, and as you're gonna try to freeze me out in the All-Star game because I'm a rookie, and then all of a sudden you're not.
Yeah.
Like, I'm definitely see that too.
I think my biggest takeaway from that whole was this time Jordan didn't hit the weight room until what was that 91, 90?
Yeah, it was 90, 91. Or 89, 90 that summer.
That first 5 years was just all like pure athleticism, pure talent, no strength along with it. Like, so now you actually putting on the weight, you see that jump, like how much that really paid dividends for him and his career.
Yeah. Like his numbers was better when he wasn't like what's that, 88, I think, was probably like his best year.
Yeah. Oh, and then that Rodman shit too.
Oh, yeah,
they vacation to go to Vegas for 72 hours.
Dude, oh my God.
The fact that they let him do that shit.
Exactly. Under wraps too. Like they just let him go to Vegas of all places, like just during the year. Oh.
And he didn't come back for like 5 days.
Yeah, he's laid up.
They came back to practice in pajamas, yo.
Hey, he was a rock star though.
Dennis Rodman was wild though, young.
That was like watching a rock star for real. Like he was ahead of his time.
The director said that when he like got back from Vegas, and he used to stay like an apartment across the street from the Bulls United Center and shit. So they said like he was still like hungover and shit, and Jordan walked across the street with like one of the athletic trainers and like literally pulled him out the jump and made him come to practice.
Damn. Hey, I believe it. I hope they come out with all those stories. Seriously.
But it's funny how like when you were a kid, you don't really like be aware of the shit that you're seeing, and then you get older and you look back at it, you were like, young, this nigga Dennis Rodman was a weird ass nigga. Like, I don't like you see like. I know, like even Phil, you said the word rock star. I was like, I don't know, yo. Like, I mean, I know he was a rock star, but this nigga was like cross dressing, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't even like
he doing all that.
Yeah, he was tripping.
You know what I'm saying? Like back then I didn't look at it like that, but like now I'm older, I'm like, yeah, like he had, you know what I'm saying? There was something going on. It was deeper than just like he was just having a good time, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ever watch his 30 for 30? He be talking about that, like how his like sisters used to dress him up and stuff.
Yeah, but. And that's the thing that's
did y'all know that he
really,
had that
that's the shit that caught my head.
Yeah.
You said
did y'all know he had that 33 in his head though? When he had the cheetah, it looked like the cheetah print. I always thought it was cheetah print in his head when he dyed his hair blonde or whatever and had the little patches in the joint. Did y'all know that it had like 33 around that joint?
But it's funny that you say that, because the reason why I brought this shit up is because my conspiracy theory shit about this nigga Dennis Rodman went off the radar when I watched that shit. Like, look, man, like as soon as I started seeing his relationship with Madonna, I was like, oh, okay, now I see what this nigga's all about. That Madonna shit lets you know that this nigga was a MK asset. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was put in place to socially engineer us into this whole shit that we going through right now. Like,
hey, I got some more for you, Marcus. Hey, look at like the symbols in like his Converse and all that shit. Look like his magazine covers, like with the devil horns and all that. Like look into them joints.
Yeah.
Seriously, you gonna feel me after you really see it too. You're like, what?
I'm not taking nothing away from you, but the joint that triggered me was when I started looking at the relationship with Madonna. I'm like, Madonna is like the queen of this shit. They're like how he was with her, and I feel like even the fact that they even tried to portray this nigga back in the day as some sort of sex symbol, but he cross-dressing. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that was all of that.
Demasculinize him. Had him in the wedding dresses and everything.
You know what I'm saying?
But hey, it's a crazy story on that 30 for 30 about him and Madonna too, Marcus. Like Madonna was trying to get pregnant by him, and like he flew out to Vegas for like a night or something to try. Like, he talks about it on the 30 for 30, and flew back
because she was this nigga's handler, my nigga.
She's trying to pay him like $10 million.
She had the keys to him.
She's trying to pay him like $10 million.
She had the keys to him.
He talks about it.
Oh, for real?
Crazy.
Go ahead. I'm saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised if she paid. Like, nigga, our sperm is fucking worth the economy, my nigga. All this shit that this whole society, the NBA, black men produce that sperm. You see what I'm saying? So why would she not want to fucking pay $10 million for a 6'9" nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, why not? Because that's worth a lot of fucking money.
He openly talks about it.
Rap niggas there's a rap nigga right now that's 5'6" that's influencing all you niggas. Like, I mean, I'm not saying y'all personally. I'm just saying the nigga, the baby. I mean, he like the number one nigga in rap. He like 5'6", but he's still a black man. So he making a lot of money for a rack of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Roddy Ricch is like 5'3".
That's probably the most valuable shit out here. So that all goes back to the point
that little nigga shit.
You said what?
Lil Wayne started that little nigga shit.
What little nigga shit? Oh, nah. Them niggas been around.
As far as rapping.
Easy was like tiny, but them little rappers.
But he wasn't like that. He wasn't like that. Easy was like that, but he wasn't like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne had a motherfucking the shit. I know everybody in here was listening to Lil Wayne.
Of course.
I don't think everybody was in here copping no Eazy-E CD or some shit. Maybe Bone. You know, he had his hand in Bone Thugs and Harmony and shit, but I don't know about copping no Eazy-E CD or no shit like that. But Lil Wayne, yeah, I'd say he was the first little nigga that got it popping, and everybody was like, yeah, that's that nigga. That is that nigga.
All rappers are little.
Yeah, but yeah, that shit wild though, young. But this shit, that nigga, why that I wouldn't. It makes all the sense in the world why he was put on the pack. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, that nigga was averaging 18 points a game. You know, 18 rebounds a game. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know, like 18 rebounds, but
his stat lines were crazy. He'd have like 28 boards and no points in like 38 minutes.
Like, honestly, I think the only other person since him on that level defense, I mean, like as a rebounder defensively, was probably Ben Wallace, right? Because Ben Wallace used to have a whole rack of 20 rebound games and shit like that.
And he did play defense too.
Yeah, he's a big dog. He's a big dog. Mm-hmm. Phil, what was that book you was talking about? You talking about it's got the MK Ultra shit in that joint. You put it in the group chat.
Yeah, look at by Tom O'Neill. It's whatever the title, I posted that shit. But look in there. They said like they were basically using like LSD and MK Ultra to like brainwash people, even him, to like control murders and stuff. It was back in the 60s. They talk about that, man, openly. It's like letters and a whole bunch of different documents for it.
O'Neill?
Tom O'Neill.
You said O'Neill? I think that's the same person who did the Charles Manson book.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm intrigued.
All right, so if we're stepping on this lane, did y'all see like all these the Pentagon released those UFO videos recently?
Oh, you know, I need to watch those.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Like, why they doing that?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
All of a sudden,
they coming, man.
I was about to say that.
They released some. Well, I haven't seen the videos, but I remember them releasing some UFO files like a couple of years ago.
I mean, yeah, they always declassify files, but these were like actual videos from like naval airmen that they posted, and they got it like in their radar. They just
it's time, man. It's time to let that out. Like you think we're in space and we're the only ones here? You're tripping.
But why they do? But the question is, why are they releasing this?
Yeah,
shit?
the time.
There's gotta be a deeper reason.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I feel you on that too. Man, this is
the end of times. I'm just playing. But look, no, for real. But think about this shit. Why? But think about this. We've been going through years of this fucking Roswell shit, like since. What was it, 1947? All this conspiracy theory. Like, I think the whole concept of conspiracy theory came from aliens and shit. Now, all of a sudden, now they just like, yeah, these niggas here. It's like, how? Like, why? It don't make no sense. Like, you know,
it ain't come from UFOs. It came from black folks. It came from black
but anytime you mention like UFO or something like that, they try to make you like, oh, this nigga talking about this shit. This motherfucker gotta be crazy.
But like now they showing us that shit is real.
They totally discredit anything you say. As soon as you mention some shit like that, they totally discredit you. But now they're gonna release this shit.
They show some Navy. There's some real Navy niggas like, oh, what the fuck is that? Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was crazy. They was cussing in the video. Like they was shot, like they was laughing because they was scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like that kind of shit. Like I'm telling. Man, like that, like why
at
would
the same time, like everybody's saying this shit, everybody's saying this shit, but it's not getting the reaction that they probably thought, I guess, because like we just so I don't know.
But so many UFO shows, dog. There's so many UFO shows. You got ancient aliens and shit. That's my shit too.
Coming back to Booty.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I wanted.
This thing was really out there. That was like freaking Sasquatch. That was like Bigfoot.
What we saw was the Bowie Goat Man.
It was so free. That thing was like 9 foot tall.
Bowie Goat Man. Where the fuck was y'all niggas at?
We come back from
driving.
Y'all was in Bowie Place.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so freaky.
Coming back from Platinum, and we was getting off at Lori Bowie Road, making that.
It was on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Literally.
have been with y'all. I couldn't have been with y'all that
We
night.
was in the caddy, and the jump was on the side of the road.
What
and
a
like,
Phil Caddy?
yeah, I think I was no.
No, I think Brian was driving.
Nah, I was driving. We were going on a beer run. It was a beer run. That we,
Was not. Real, 'cause
It
we
was
on
late
290.
night, and it was off the side. I remember looking up the right side.
Like
Was
y'all
I
name
even
about
there?
You
Was
know.
I there? Was I there? I don't think I was
You
there.
weren't there.
I wasn't there.
no,
Because I remember that.
look, you can tell that UFO got
I remember when I saw it. I remember that. I know that.
Hey, man, that black
Nah, for
I know
real
what you
though.
saw.
What did it look like though?
the UFO.
Like 9 foot tall.
We talking about two separate things. B, you were talking about the time we pulled in Bowie, right?
Yes.
Okay, that was just me and you that was in there.
Yes.
Wait, what did y'all? What happened?
It was like we was pulling in Bowie, you know, the big circle, like where the little check-in used to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we made that left, passing the little the Mark train jump, and I'm driving, and above us it was like a big glowing light, and it turned green, like not too like far out. Like what's that? It was like right above us. It went like green, blue, red, and then just like shot up and was gone.
Oh, that joke was like,
Yeah, and then we was
So glad
we was quiet for like 15 seconds, and I was like, did you see that? He was like, yep. And then we was like, all right.
All right. All right.
It was like,
what am I supposed to say?
Oh, man.
This real flight room TV.
Oh, yes. I'm so glad.
the time P talking about is when we was coming back. It had to have been like from Platinum or something. I don't think you probably was in the car too, but we come back and it was on 295.
Platinum
coming
Sunday.
off the ramp, and we seen like a hybrid creature. It was like standing on its hind legs.
It was like,
and had,
like
red eyes.
9 feet. I remember that. And it was like big, and it was off to the side of the road, just chilling on the side of the road, just chilling.
I didn't understand that shit till I was in the barber shop, and my barber was talking about the Bowie goat man. Pulled it up on his phone. I was like, "That's the shit." And then I hit this nigga and Philip. This is the shit.
The fuck?
The Bowie
It was
goat.
freaky, man.
Look it up. Hey, look, it's like a whole.
It's like a mutated
This is like a
goat man.
Go ahead.
It's crazy.
Go ahead. Hey, but Kobe, like a whole Bowie, like fucking legend. Like it is. Like you gotta look this shit up.
I live in Bowie. I need to know about
this nigga been around since like the 50s. Yeah, this is like a folk legend or some shit like that. It really is.
Imagine like all that land back there.
They told me the story. I did the research. When they told me that story, I did the research, and like it's real, like legit story.
Nah, dog. Like real talk. We saw that. We saw that. I'm not. I wouldn't even play like that.
The reason why I'm glad y'all brought this shit up is because I feel like actually I don't know, but look, that story you told me about the globe that was flying right or whatever that turned different colors.
Mm-hmm.
So one night, nigga, I'm out on the bleachers at Bowie State smoking by my sophomore year when I stayed in Kenilworth and shit, whatever. Not Kenilworth. What's the name of that shit?
Kennard.
Kennard, yeah, I said Kenilworth. So anyway, I stayed. I went out there and smoked by myself, nigga. I'm like, so all of a sudden, right? So you know, like it was a wooded area behind. So you know where the bleachers was, and you know where the football field was, and then you know behind the football field was like a wooded area, right? You heard what you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
This white globe that just randomly, it was a small white globe that just randomly just came up out the woods like this, like just going up slowly, right? And then the joint went up to like a certain point, and then it just started expanding like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just a white, like just a pure white light. And then all of a sudden the joint just went back like this, you know what I'm saying? And then just went down, just slow as a motherfucking nigga.
But
like
so let me ask y'all this. So a quote unquote UFO, unidentified flying object or what the fuck, in our minds anyway, it's gonna be like a flying saucer that is man-made. Because most of the stories out there, niggas are seeing lights and shit. are seeing lights and orbs and shit like Marcus was talking about. I'm saying, would you think that if we see a UFO today as far as a flying saucer, do you think that's man-made?
No.
You think we re-engineer some shit?
I don't know. He's like, am I really experiencing this shit? And then it didn't go away. That's when I was like, all right, this shit's really happening. You know what I'm saying? like that shit is crazy, bro. Like, I don't know. But that Bowie somewhere around
I believe you though.
Bowie around somewhere around Bowie State got some shit around it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's
all that land.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
that plant shit back there.
And come on, all y'all went to Bowie State. Y'all niggas have driven around. What's that? Around what's the name of that road?
Farmland, all that.
That's all Fort Meade.
180. What is it? What's the name of that road?
197.
198, right? 198. 197. Everybody, y'all have all been in that area, and it got that wooded area, and it says government property blocked off or something. Like, y'all have all driven past that shit. Like, all the fences and all that. Like, nigga, it's something around that joint. Because even when you look up the Goatman story, that shit say it's in that area. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when you going on 295, they got NASA.
Listen,
exit.
Look, the Goatman joint is literally right off the motherfucker. It says the agriculture. If you look up the story, it says the Agricultural Center of University of Maryland or some shit like that. Like, it's right there off of Route 1. That little joint in University of Maryland, Route 1. You know what I'm talking about?
Powder Mill.
Yeah, right in that area. That little agriculture area. That's they said the Goatman, the scientist who created Goatman was working there. So that whole area is crazy, bro. Like, that whole area got all kinds of wild shit.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta keep this in here if you want to live. You know what I'm saying?
We need to change the logo to that UFO. We need to change the UFO. We need the UFO
We
logo.
use both logos.
Remember our RA told us one time that he might have been abducted. Who was the nigga with the dreads?
Diedrich.
Yeah. He said like he passed out in front of his window one time and woke up like 12 hours later. I was like, nigga, you got.
He did say that.
He got that date rape. Where the fuck was he at?
Nah, he wasn't lying either. Diedrich was like 33 when we met him.
We used to blow the shit out of him. He was always heated at us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Y'all niggas staying smoking.
right.
Boy,
Y'all
place.
always drinking.
That was at Appleton and Blueberry Grove.
Yeah, he was fed up that night. We was going hard that night. That's when we said, "Burgers." We knew he wasn't gonna do nothing.
I know, right? He was just
started acting up.
At him like we still just smacked.
Yeah,
Please.
we was testing the water before,
Like,
but
niggas,
then
you
we
gonna,
just started going
you
in.
gonna do something or what? Like,
Get the fuck out of my face. Y'all niggas funny, God.
oh, y'all was going too hard. Nah, y'all gotta understand. I want everybody to look at the camera. Y'all was going too hard, yo.
You gonna say y'all?
He said, "Y'all niggas going to jail today."
Going too hard, yo.
What you talking about with the conspiracy theory shit?
Nah, I'm just saying, just how we was wilding out at Bowie, just in general.
Oh, okay, my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time I went to went to see I don't want to put nobody's name on it, but yeah, I wanted the cops. I went to see. Man, I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, yo, Bahamas just be smoke, like, cuz it's no way that we should be in this joint smoking like this. None. This is crazy.
We had weight too.
Oh well. Was done as
Good times.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was
Wash your hands. Wash your
that,
hands.
that area back there. Oh, you know, it's another story that's back there. It's called Crybaby Bridge. That's like a Bowie folklore thing.
What the fuck?
Where was it at?
Where was that?
There's like a bridge back there, and it's like you hear like screams and stuff. I mean, even the Glendale jump when we was out there.
Yeah, I remember we went all blacked out after that joint to the insane asylum. That shit was dope as shit.
You're like ghost dogs and shit.
Remember that siren that used to go off at Bowie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Siren that used to go off. What the fuck was that?
Siren.
I don't know what you talking about. I never heard of that.
Yo, when we was
It was like a horn siren.
you know those. No, it was fucking the nuclear alarm siren used to go off at fucking random ass times of the night.
I bet you can look that up.
Woods and shit. You can hear the shit from the dorm room, Bowie place.
I remember what you was talking
I don't
about.
know why I don't remember that shit for some reason.
That shit used to be.
I don't know why. Maybe I did and I thought it was something else.
It was like we were in Jurassic Park. But we had just
Have any of y'all ever had like any other like? All right, so I know we was talking about like you up, but ain't nobody ever had like no like unreal like nobody will ever believe me if they ever seen this type shit like even like a psychedelic experience or something like you know what I'm saying, like, or just anything that was just like is this fucking really happening, like, you know what I'm saying? I know we just kind of had that discussion, but outside of that, just even if it's just regular real life everyday shit, you just like, damn, like nobody will believe what I just seen just now.
I remember when I was a kid, I was a little ass kid, and I was living in this apartment building, and there was like this like older white lady that used to always give me candy, like 2 doors down, and like
Candy lady.
Yeah, but she was like real old, like had like a walker and everything. And then one time I was knocking on her door and she wasn't answering, so my little badass look up under the door so I could see like any feet or nothing. But when I looked up under the door, it was a pair of eyes looking right back at me. And scared the shit out of me. Like that shit, honestly.
What the
fuck?
That's
some scary shit.
She wasn't getting
That was the last day he went to go get some candy.
I know, right?
The last day he looked under somebody's door too.
Yeah.
I had a real this was maybe like 6 years ago. I had a out of body experience. But I think it was due to me. This is right around the time Jalen was born. I was having to drive from fucking Manassas to DC to Walter Reed every fucking morning. So I was like sleep deprived like a motherfucker. And I remember being in my car. My coworker used to be like, man, just go back to your car, get some sleep, I'll cover for you. So I remember going to the whip and I fell asleep. And I remember I had my window cracked a little bit. I fell asleep, but then like I felt myself dreaming, but then like I fell asleep again within like that same dream. And like I remember like being like fully aware as to what was happening, but I could not move at all. And it got to the point where I was like, all right, well, I need to wake up. So like I for the life of me, I tried so fucking hard to wake up, but I couldn't. And I just remember myself just moving. Like I couldn't do anything. I was completely aware that I was asleep. I could kind of feel myself looking at myself, kind of, sort of, but it wasn't like I was looking at it like
out of body.
I was right next to myself. It was the weirdest fucking thing. And then like when I finally came out of that shit, like
he was astroplaning.
That shit was crazy, the motherfucker. Like I never felt nothing like that.
But you said this happened while you was driving?
No. I went back to my car to go to sleep.
Oh, okay, all right. That's why I was fucked. I was like, nigga, how'd you live? Like, I missed that part. I just remember you saying driving back from Walter Reed. So I was like, nigga, how did that like? All right,
no. I was saying I was tired because the new baby and having to drive like a motherfucker back and forth from DC to Virginia. I was tired of the motherfucker, and that shit fucked me up.
I think that's called sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's happened to me a couple. I'd probably say at least a handful of times where I couldn't, where you wake up where your body's still asleep but your consciousness is aware and shit. Like that's some scary fucking shit.
Yeah,
man. That's probably happened to me at least 3, 4, 5 times. But it all happened while I was young. Probably last time I probably had that maybe like 13, some shit like that. But when I was young, that shit used to happen a lot. Like, but none of y'all ever experienced that shit where you was consciously aware that you like I woke up but my body could not move. I couldn't do nothing. It was like I was a vegetable, but I was awake. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never experienced that shit?
I never experienced that.
Talk about it.
It's like your body's not connected to your brain.
Nah, that wasn't a dream, nigga. I've literally like, I'm talking about you aware that like if you're like, let's say like, cause I was a kid, my brother's in the room and I can yell to him to hit me to like, nigga, wake me up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I could see my brother and I couldn't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have never experienced, like look that shit up on the internet.
I know what you mean.
Sounds scary though.
Yeah. It is. It's scary as hell because you
I
think
didn't
that you're
know
not going to live.
there was other people that
You barely can feel your breath. You almost feel like you can't breathe. To be honest with you,
It feels like
it's like you're not in control of it. You're like you're not. It's literally like just your consciousness. Like it's nothing else but your awareness, and that's like you can't even feel your breath. I'm telling y'all, like I've experienced it like 3 or 4 times, and then now that we on this topic. I've had this random psychedelic experience, and nigga, it was because I woke up in the middle of the night. So I'm laying in the bed. This shit was probably
but hold on. What was you doing? Were you smoking bud?
I wasn't doing shit, nigga. I was sleeping. I woke up. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
So look, I woke up. Like, nigga, I do nothing more than weed and I drink. But look, right? So I woke up in the middle of the night. No, I've never done none of that shit. I've never done shrooms. But look, I woke up in the middle of the night.
You love it.
And,
that's the next question, next topic. But go ahead.
All right, look, these spider-like fucking like creatures was like hovered above my like above the wall. I promise you. But they wasn't spiders. It was like they looked like balls of lint. You know what I'm saying? But but they were conscious. All right, it's almost like 2-dimensional, right? If let's say like it's like they were flat. They were like shadows, but they were like conscious shadows, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like they moved on their own. They were living shadows. I promise you, bro, I was wide awake. And I'm telling you this story. So the little fucking spiders was like moving on the wall back and forth, and they started moving closer to me. And something within my awareness knew that if I spoke to them aggressively in my mind, they will back the fuck up. So I started little nigging them, like in my mind, and they was backing the fuck away from me, right? But I'm telling you, I don't know where it came from. For some weird, strange reason, I felt calm. I didn't feel weirded out. I was like, okay, I'm supposed to experience this, right? So while this shit was happening, I tapped my wife on his shoulder and I said to her, I woke her up because she was sleeping. I told her to turn around. She was like, what? I was like, are you okay? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, all right. She went back to sleep. The only reason why I asked her if you're okay, because I wanted to make sure she was seeing this shit. And she didn't seem like she was seeing nothing, and she went right back to sleep. And I'm telling you, nigga, I was not dreaming. I know 100. You can ask my wife right now. You remember that night when I woke you up? Was like, nah. Like I can wake her up and tell her that right now. Like that shit really happened. And then I had this other random psychedelic experience while I was in North Carolina, and I went to go visit my wife's grandparents, and we was in a hotel, and I had just smoked, right? Maybe it was the weed, I don't fucking know. I told you about this story before, bro. I'm laying in the fucking bed, right? We about to go to sleep, same shit. So have y'all ever closed your eyes and just let like the darkness just like seep in? You know what I'm saying? Like just let all the darkness, like all the light within your eyes go away. Have y'all ever done that?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know maybe I was meditating. I don't know. But look, maybe I was meditating. I don't know. But like, it's like I laid back and I was like going to sleep. And I was like, you know what? I've felt like sometimes when I go to sleep, it's like your eyes are closed. But then sometimes you feel like the dark and the light going away. And it's like your eyes is adjusting to the darkness. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be aware of this darkness coming into my eyes. So I just let it just get darker and darker and darker and darker. But I like was letting my awareness still be there. So I was watching this happen. Then all of a fucking sudden out of nowhere, I just saw like this orb of light in my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden the orb of light just started into all this like geometrical shapes. It was like squares, circles, triangles, like, and it kept like morphing into different. Yeah, but it was like morphing into all these different shapes and shit. Like, right, you know what I'm saying? Over and over again. Then all of a sudden it just started turning to specific things like faces and shit like that, and then like structures and just all kinds of just random shit. So then I was in that moment. I was like,
you know all that astrology stuff. She knows all that. Like she knows all that.
But yeah,
like,
but that shit is
crystals, all that. Like I call her in here right now. She can probably fuck you up.
Don't do drugs, okay?
Nigga, that ain't drugs, bro.
Nah, man, that's
it's
energy.
Not, I'm telling you, it's not though. because I think it's more about the fact that if I was aware and like looking into the darkness in my eyes, like I think that was more what created that hallucination rather than just the weed, to be honest with you. Like I was really focused on that shit, and then all of a sudden I started seeing those sights, and then after a while I started to be able to control it. So I was able to I was like, all right, I want to see this, and I could see it like as it was happening. Like I took control of that thing that was just randomly shooting off, and then whatever I wanted to see, I was seeing it. And then even when I opened my eyes back up, I could still see it. You know what I'm saying? It was still there. It was like just changing just changing shapes just all over. And I'm telling you, that shit really happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I went on a tangent and shit.
Nah.
But that's
man at a rant.
You able to do that because of the tree, like allow you to tap into that. I'm not saying that it was a direct correlation. I'm just saying it takes away that filter of going to it.
Dog, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's like they say weed like allows you to tap into a flow state a lot easier than in your normal state. Focus and get really strong. You know what I'm saying?
Meditating on that shit.
Marcus, I know you know about that ayahuasca. Would you fuck with that ayahuasca?
I don't know what that shit is.
You don't know about that? The Amazon shit? No, not at all.
I think what was it? I think Joe Rogan was talking about that shit or something, wasn't he? Ayahuasca?
Yeah, it's some psychedelic shit. It's some psychedelic shit.
Oh, is that shit Mike Tyson was talking about?
Yeah, they're using an
shit Mike Tyson was talking about?
Exactly. Yeah, he had Mike Tyson on that joint too. Joe Rogan, yeah. The ayahuasca shit. I think it's from the Amazon or whatever. They make like this little tea or some shit. Or from some leaves or some shit.
All that is just tapping into the next dimension for real.
It's DMT. That's what it is. But
yeah, it is. Yeah. It's DMT. It's DMT. DMT, LSD. Same experience, as they say. Same shit.
I'm telling you, man.
So we can attach files in here?
I see y'all posting shit. I see y'all putting shit in here.
But I'm saying though, like we can attach like, let's say I had like a music file. Could you just like load it into that?
Maybe. I want to hear.
You probably could.
Pete, what you got?
On which part?
On witnessing something supernatural.
Oh man, I was Thal Primo. We had a night off the Boomers in Denver. And I seen a spaceship. It was crazy.
You gotta see some shit in Colorado, dog.
Yeah, it's the closest place to space. I'm telling you. But it was like so we were outside in the backyard and we were just talking to the stars because like when you off psychedelics, they look like they're right there, just talking crazy, like come down here.
Hold on. But what was y'all doing? Was y'all smoking
mushrooms? Stupid. Damn, you ain't hear him?
Yeah, boomski.
Mushrooms.
Yeah. Y'all going hardcore. Okay, go ahead.
And this was probably
I've never done this shit before.
This was like my second time doing them too.
How much?
So
did you
like
take
we go
up?
in the house.
How much? You
a half
take?
an eighth. We split an eighth.
Okay. All right.
In applesauce.
You took a half.
Yeah, I took one half.
You took a third.
Took the other half. No, I took half.
Okay.
Somebody else took the other half. And mixed it in applesauce and then took it because you take them like raw, they're disgusting.
Yeah.
You know where they come from.
Yeah.
But we did that and we meditated. We probably meditated for like 45 minutes. Then we go outside and we just see like this like triangle shape like ship just lift up like this, turn to the side, had like 3 orbs on it and just dart out, right? So like probably like 5 minutes later we get in the car because we were going down the street. I think we're getting like a roll up or something because it was just crazy and we see all these cops just following where that thing went. It was like 30 cops with no lights flashing, no nothing. Just weird. It was weird, man. Out in this park called Stapleton, Colorado. It's crazy. But that was probably like the freakiest. I've had some out of bodies too, but I kind of feel like I know what I was doing when I was doing that. It's like when you like astroplane, you're supposed to be like
Nah, but that makes sense though, because it's like a knowing. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's like you're plotting out like a sequence of your life when you do that. Like you're connecting a dot, not physically, but like mentally, spiritually. It's like time. It's almost like time travel shit. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it.
You right.
It's like a certain frequency, dimension type stuff you gotta be on. Man, everybody has it's natural. It's just we get dumbed down to not understanding it. That's why it's like when it happens, you're like, oh man.
Your body, your defense mechanism in your body is like, yo, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
So, you're like, I shouldn't be doing this, but I feel good about doing it. It's crazy.
They say when you kids, you have like when you're a child, you have a like closer connection to these capabilities, like y'all never have any experiences as children, like with certain things that didn't make sense. And you got older, you look back, it was like, like I don't know. I remember I had this toy that just randomly fucking vanished, Doug, and I just like knew that like it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like something had to happen here. Like I just like it didn't make no sense. Or like, have y'all ever had like found like a coin in your fucking pocket for no goddamn reason? I mean, not in your pocket, in your shoe. Have you ever found like a coin or a quarter just randomly in your shoe for no goddamn reason? Like you wore that shoe all day, every day. All of a sudden, it was just something just randomly in your shoe.
I have though.
Out.
What was the point?
You said what?
What were you about to say to it?
No, I'm just saying like there might be like some sort of like significance to that, because it's some things just don't make sense. That's all I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't a joke or nothing like that.
Oh,
nah, I'm laughing at this nigga Corey. Al, like, you did it?
Find out.
Yeah. I'm music.
No, I don't listen. I don't have no personal experience. I have no personal experience, but my wife and her father, they're from Puerto Rico and shit, and they have multiple. They've told me on multiple occurrences that they have seen like lights and orbs and shit out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I know they have out there.
Yeah,
ocean, all that body of water.
Exactly, and they got the deepest point in the ocean. The deepest point in the ocean is over there too.
Yeah, so, man. Oh yeah, and all them like temples and stuff over there.
Yeah. That shit. It sounds dope, but I have not experienced it myself. I wouldn't mind experiencing it, but I haven't seen that shit myself. It just sounds dope.
Real. It's not even like scary for real. It just makes you realize like it's deeper than the surface.
I would like to have that experience where it's like, oh yeah, I know that. You know what I'm saying? It's the space is too. The space, as you say, it's too much space out this motherfucker for it just to be us out this motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy that we all went to Bowie State and that shit, like the way that we are, just our energy and the way that we interact with each other, the conversations and everything that we have. It's not a coincidence that we all went to Bowie State right next to that shit. Like it was like it's kind of like we were like, all right, these niggas will be able to handle anything. They came across some random shit, you know.
And remember that first night you showed me Zeitgeist, and like that next morning I was tripping. I was like, none of this shit.
That's the documentary that like changed my life.
Yeah.
I was messed up off of that. I was like, none of this is real. Like, it was
any of y'all had that teacher freshman year was that Asian dude? He showed us Fahrenheit 9/11. That's the shit that changed me. But I forgot it was some Asian June, something like that.
June Lee.
June Lee, yep, June Lee.
Yeah,
June Lee. He was the one.
I seen that joint, but I ain't have it.
He showed us Fahrenheit 9/11. That was a joint because it was this one scene I saw. That shit like really like.
The teacher showed y'all that?
December 4th?
Huh?
Yeah, that's him, June Lee. Yeah.
I remember, yeah, go ahead. What were you saying, bro?
I was just saying a teacher showed y'all that.
Yeah, a teacher. I remember this nigga June Lee was like, before I show you this, understand I could get fired for this. I just remember he said that shit. He was like real, like, young, y'all not supposed to watch this. Like he was like, this is some quote unquote conspiracy shit. Like that's how that, you know what I'm saying? Like this ain't part of the script. That's basically what he was saying. And then I remember this one scene. This man, this shit like changed my life. And I don't mean to end on some like, you know, morbid shit, but this man held a baby in his hand and was like, what does this baby have to do with this? And I was like, what does the baby have to do with this? And that changed my life. Think about like a child lost his life in the war and had no control. I had nothing to do with it. Like,
yeah,
that shit like really changed me. I was like, damn, like you know, then why is this child born? You know, like that shit.
Still got stuff coming out about 9/11 too.
You know, all that stuff is like not on YouTube no more. That lets you know right
real?
there. Yeah. For real? Try to find 9/11 conspiracy on YouTube right now.
This used to be heavy too.
Yeah, like last month they talked about one of them buildings got blown up. Like it wasn't like destructed by a plane crash or whatever. Like just like last month they came out with some document.
Was it Tower 2? No, Tower 3 or some shit like that.
No, Building 7. Building 7
that's what it is.
It's the most certified evidence of that shit was staged that is going to be. Building 7.
The joint that was nowhere near the tower. Yeah.
How buildings in between the two towers and Building 7 didn't get destroyed or even like damaged, and Building 7 is like few blocks this way, few blocks that way.
Yeah.
And that falls the same way and didn't get touched. Like, come on, man. Knock it off.
Man, oh, that's crazy. Oh, America. And you know what's crazy? I was just listening to Recession, like with Jeezy. He was going on that album too. All that.
I remember you was bumping that joint in the Broham.
I used to love Jeezy. Anything Jeezy.
Had a like Broham. You had a main subwoofer in that bitch.
Yeah, man. You talking about the Impala?
Nah, nigga, that motherfucking caddy, dog.
the lack.
the burgundy
yeah.
joint, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, I put too many miles on that thing. I was going to Jersey and that thing, everything.
Bro, if you think 9/11 didn't happen as like some fishy shit went on, like you are like, I don't know.
Misinformed.
I have no word for you.
Yeah, nah.
You just don't want to believe it if that's the case.
Yeah.
Right. You're just naive.
It's not. Yeah, I agree with that, but it's not even about being naive. It's like you're not even willing to question things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you know, like don't believe everything you're being fed, nigga. Like you have a mind of your own, bro.
There's
like
so many facts behind that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
I question everything. I'm questioning this shit now. That's going on.
Yeah. What do you think about that? You think it's conspiracy behind Corona?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
the fact that they have one person like talk for everybody. The fact that like the numbers are skewed. The fact that they put like general like heart attack deaths and they add Corona on top of that and saying, oh, he died from Corona, even though it's like a heart attack or some shit like that.
Yeah, they have everything to that.
The fact that the motherfucker Bill Gates has a patent on the virus. The fact that George Soros funded the virology lab where it supposedly came from. There's a lot of shady shit that go on.
Yeah.
The fact that Kobe translate to COVID in the Hebrew language. There's a lot of.
Man, that's a new one right there. I didn't know that one.
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah.
Well, based on that, now that you bringing it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, see, niggas was supposed to be ending, but shit. Look, since you said the COVID shit. So anyway, so Kobe, like, yeah, I think it's no coincidence because I think our society is already social engineered. Like, it's like what we've experienced to now is already been put into place. So even a nigga like Kobe was kind of like part of the script. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh, Kobe is out of here. Now let's bring in COVID-19, Kobe connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everything that we experience, like nothing ain't on the fly as much as it seemed. Like this shit has already been put in place. That's for what they do.
They put shit in plain sight. Like they'll do shit like that and put it in plain sight. and then do the shit. Like even with 9/11, George Bush was reading a book to them little kids. You know when it happened, and they cut to him.
Uh-huh.
He was reading a book, and the kids kept saying, "Kite hit steel, kite hit steel," like a fucking seance. The way they were saying the shit. And then the fucking
I didn't even hear about that shit. That's wild.
You
all the joints I seen.
You probably find it on YouTube, but if not, go on because Google is being like monitored now. Like they just filter all your searches. So go on DuckDuckGo.com, and then it's like an unfiltered search engine. Go on that joint and then search anything. DuckDuckGo.
The fact that shit happened on 9/11 in itself is just
right, but they always do that shit in plain sight.
Yeah,
man.
It's like a message.
Doing that.
It's a message to the other ones that like, look, we doing this time, and these other like
exactly. Because I think, and it's
now
so
you
funny
carry
you
out
say that,
your part.
I think that's the same exact connection between COVID and Kobe. It's like it was like, okay, Kobe was like a signal to the rest of them niggas. Like Kobe, all right, you know what I'm saying? It's like now we know we about to move on to the next phase. I feel like that was even the same shit with Michael Jackson.
To the virus.
Yeah, it's like, all right, now he's out of here. Let's move on to the next phase. And when I sit there, and I know y'all understand when I say this about Kobe, that doesn't necessarily mean that he knew what he was doing. But it's kind of like some of these celebrities be like the Truman Show. You know what I'm saying? If y'all seen that joint with Jim Carrey, where his whole life was scripted, thought he was living a real life. You know what I'm saying? And it was like his whole life was a show. You know what I'm saying? It was like I feel like some of these celebrities are just like these niggas. They were born literally created players. You know what I'm saying? And here we are buying Nike products because of these niggas, and we ain't know since
they show you that in movies.
Be him. You know what I'm saying? Like that, these niggas would be existing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reality we live in. This shit is a show, nigga. This shit ain't real. This is a performance. It'd be like the news is the movies, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's that type of shit. You gotta look at like the. If you ain't experiencing it, like literally with your 5 cents, I don't even want to say your 5 cents, but like nigga, if it ain't happening, it's most likely part of the show. That don't mean like completely disregard everything, but this shit is a performance. Like actors are actors, niggas. So it's like, how can you trust what an actor say? That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? Like think about that shit. Like they're professional liars, nigga. Like think about it though. I'm not lying, and that's no indictment on them as people, but that's literally if you take the appreciation from the art away, that's what they doing. They professional liars. And then if you look at these same niggas, these celebrities, I mean not even celebrities, like the DJ niggas, so like Charlemagne's and shit, like they have a script. Like Charlemagne has to follow a certain role. Like you know what I'm saying? Like all these people that we trust from. It's like, oh, I trust his perspective. It's like, put it like this. It's like, right now, it's certain things you can't say. Who put that joint in the group chat the other day? You did, Brian, when you was talking with the pastor, when he was like, you could talk about killing niggas all day, but you can't talk about, I want to kill these animals and shit like that. Like, you can talk about killing black men all day, but you can't talk about killing fucking rabbits. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of shit is that? You mean to tell me that the niggas who work at the radio station ain't a part of this shit too? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that shit. Like, maybe not the radio. I'm talking about like on the grander scale. I'm talking about like the social, like I'm not the local people. I'm talking about like the national people. Like, think about that shit. Like, these niggas ain't speaking against, we ain't gonna talk about black men killing each other on a rap. But then if Rick Ross say like that pastor said, Rick Ross say, I slipped the Molly and I ain't mean it. Oh, no, we ain't fucking with that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gotta go. Like, you know what I'm saying? You say some shit about, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, think about that. It's a
but
system,
it's all programmed though. You're right. It is all programmed. But now it's
program
like,
is set in place.
Yeah, even like you said, radio, even with podcasting, radio's about to die, man. People like the freedom of choice and freedom of speech. Now you get unset. You don't have to be under any of this stuff. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people about to start really realizing they don't have to be under no program, lock and key, count no missions. I think it's going to change.
Well, a lot of people just don't know how to handle that free will, so they like to be following in line.
Right, you're 100%. That's exactly that's the key. Niggas don't trust themselves. They rather another motherfucker tell them what to do. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the problem.
That's what feeds the system. That's why all this negativity and shit we talk about is going on in the world is all about that. Because niggas don't trust themselves. Like they rather another motherfucker tell them what to do, man.
Yeah, that's
and really, what that's truly rooted in is that niggas. People just are not good fucking people. And I think because if you actually really had a good heart, it just wouldn't be any work. You know what I'm saying? This wouldn't be anything to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is this a struggle, nigga? Like, all you have to do is be good to your fellow man. Like, why is that a job? Why do you need a judge to tell you, you know what I'm saying, what's right and wrong? Nigga, you have a heart, nigga. Like, that shit don't make no fucking sense. Like, think about that shit. Like, nigga, like, the fact that we need another party to tell us right from wrong means that we ain't right, nigga. Like, think about that shit. That means I know I'm evil, so let me just let this other nigga say that he's more evil than me. Like, that's really what the judicial system is about. Like let's let him say who's worse. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you was more worse in that situation. Like, think about that shit. Like, come on, man.
Not just the judicial system. That's just the purpose of the government.
Yeah, exactly. That's
they say niggas can't rule themselves.
Exactly. Not even just that's a better way to put it. Yeah, the whole government. That's why the government's here, because niggas don't want to be good to people.
Yeah, because there's some crazy motherfuckers out here.
Well,
some crazy motherfuckers out here.
Man, it's a fear-based society.
But even that, all right, and that could be true. But even that, the few crazy motherfuckers got the rest of us trying to be like them. You know, instead of overpowering the crazy motherfuckers, and that's why this shit exists. You know what I'm saying? The few evil spirits, it got all you niggas thinking that evil is strong and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean y'all literally when I say that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean the good that's your heart right there. Thinking this is the few. A lot of crazy motherfuckers that's trying. You know what I'm saying? You can go on to Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and see a bunch of stupid ass videos of some nigga killing dogs and raping children, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? We think it's a few, but it's a lot of stupid ass, crazy ass motherfuckers out there trying that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? How many times you don't pull up the Instagram or the Facebook and you see some dumb shit going on? It's like, dog, how can you do that shit?
Yeah,
what are you doing with your life? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? We hope it's the few. We would think it's the few because we think smartly. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even the schools or whatever. It's just I don't know what it is. It's just who we are. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's just how they are. They crazy as shit. They crazy as shit. There's some crazy motherfuckers out there joint. Even thinking like, why are there still racist motherfuckers out there joint? Yeah. After, I mean, we in 2020. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How are you racist out there? We in 2020. I know we supposed to have flying cars and shit.
People
right
can't
now,
get over shit.
Well, that's not going.
Like, what the fuck?
Racism is not. It can't exist like that, because if the majority of the niggas on this planet was evil, then we motherfucking then died over about 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be good people to just sustain us, like to exist. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Like, that shit still.
I don't know. I think it's just a different brand. It's just called capitalism. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just a different brand. But
that's what I'm saying, nigga. Like, that's all right. Capitalism. That's what I'm saying. Like, all right. We'll have this conversation next time.
Yeah,
Niggas down off. I can tell. I can feel niggas is like less. Like, niggas is on the edge, ready to go. I can feel it. It's like,
I just want everybody, just learn something in this weird times, quarantine shit. Like, read something new, like try to charting waters you probably never been before. Have an open mind. That's all I want to say.
Definitely. Expand your horizons. Love your family. We'll all be in touch. Let's hope for the best.
Well, I'm gonna say it feel gay. I want everybody to get on their investments or some shit. I'm making a little money out this train. Y'all look into investments. Look into that shit. Invest some shit. Especially the last time that the fucking market crash was was when Bush was in fucking office, and then Obama came in and took that shit over. If I had some motherfucking money back then, I'd be a fucking billionaire. I would invest in a GM or some other shit that was at $1, some shit for a share. But y'all niggas think about making some money out this train. I know it's some trying times, but definitely think about making some money out this train. Get in the investment. That's it.
Hey man, as a wise poet once said, man, just make sure you're taking care of your chicken, taking care of your family. Marshawn Lynch, hey man, take care of your chicken, take care of your family, and then stay safe and stay sane during this crazy time, man. That's the only thing you can do. Try to protect your mentals, protect your family, and protect your money.
Yeah, peace and love to everyone. That's it.
That's it.
All right, man. Signing off.